Hello everyone, Mast3r Zak here. Today, we are going to be continuing the Limbus company... Oh, hey, thank you... my computer, no. Thank you, Master of Deceit for subscribing. Very much appreciated. But yeah. Today, we're going to be continuing the Limbus Company Arknights event. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Hello, Way, and hello, Outcast. How are you guys today? Early stream. I know I said it was going to be an early stream, but then I ended up being still, like, on time, because I was playing a random pool roguelike game, and I was like, dang, this is actually pretty, like, fun. But then I lost track of time. But yeah. Limbus Company. Alright, we can unmute the music now. I'm not going to get a copyright claim by Millie. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Arknights, we've already gotten all of the ego, except for Ishmael, so that's going to be today's goal, I think. We might be able to get through the story, however, I don't have my hopes that high, just because we only got to module, like, 3 the other day, so, yeah, it's not looking as good as it could be, but, you know, we can just lock in, chat, we can just lock in. But yeah, I also really wanted to try out... Oh, nice. I forgot about this. I gotta remember this when I'm not streaming this game, so that I can actually get the, like, guaranteed de-extraction ticket, because otherwise I will not be able to remember. Oh yeah, of course, Zach. I gotta remember this, because otherwise, if I don't remember it, I won't remember it. That's true, that's true. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's another game that I've been wanting to try out, called Clover Pit, which we could honestly, like... If we get through the Limbus stream really fast, we can, like, halfway through just be like, all right, it's Clover Pit time. It's gambling Balatro lottery machine time. But yeah, we already got all these egos, so yeah. You got everything but Faust? Very nice. Yeah, the Faust ego does take the place of Fluid Sac, so there is a case to be made for not getting that one, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna make one module just so that I'm optimal. But yeah. Dude, this event looks so nice. Like, look at this. Look at all this. Oh, you can actually zoom in now. It doesn't just kick you out. But yeah, I will say it is very pixelated, still. But yeah. Skibbity. But yeah, very cool. You can zoom out. Alright, yeah, without further ado. Me when I say without further ado, and then there is further ado. How's it going, Plagius? And how's it going, Trace? Ooh, you want to play Clover Pit more than Limbus? True, I do. But I know that, like, this event is what's gonna get me views, and, like, Clover Pit, like, let's be real, it's gonna hit a similar situation that Balatro did, where it's like, if you do Balatro VODs, or, like, streams, nobody cares unless you're, like, one of the, like, 5 Balatro creators. Same thing's gonna happen with Clover Pit. Alright, Vessel Masas. Okay, so we're gonna be getting on the boat, maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. New enemies, by the way. If they were the same enemies as these guys, it would show us as that. Hold up. New enemies. Let's begin. Also, how's the audio, chat? Is it good? Hopefully. Yay, we can use all the sinners again. Yippee. Anyways. It's Blood Fiend team time. Oh no, it was this. This. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and we don't really need backup IDs, but, like, just in case, I guess. Oh no, we went this, yeah. And then we got the 40, plus 40, plus 40. Which is... Actually, you don't need the Ishmael, you don't need the Ishmael, ego for this event, because you can only get a maximum of 120% of the bonus. So, interesting, interesting. The voice is on your computer telling you to play Clover Pit. True. It's so big! Oh no. Dude, that is a cool ship though. Look at this. Look at the ship. That is, like, juxtaposed to, like, the, like, kind of, like, ruins that are those people's houses with the wall that just crumbles over into nothing. Like, this is, like, a high-quality ship. This is, like, not even, like, billionaires in the real world have ships that looks like this. Actually, they might. But, like, not this cool. Amazing. I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. True. In all of Iberia, there is not a vessel that's this cool. Ah! I espy her name here. 'Tis called by the name Rebellion de las Masas. True. Dude, I think it's absolutely tragic that they're not addressing the thing that's wrong here. Real, true Limbus fans, true Limbus believers, will know what's wrong with this scene right now. Can anyone guess what's wrong with this scene? She would not be this calm. She would not be this calm when there's water right nearby her. Oh no. Rebellion de las Masas. Revolt of the masses, is it? A name very much mirrored in peculiarity indeed. Hong Lu chimed in that he was rather fond of it with its size being about the same as a boat from his home, while Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct us that the size alone wasn't anything special at the Great Lake. Dude, why is everyone, like, making comments about this ship's size? Some people are like, this ship is... Dante's like, this ship is big. Hong Lu's like, yeah, it's a pretty average ship. And then Ishmael is like, no, this ship is tiny. Oh, no. It was still pretty big compared to Mephi or the Indigo's Elder's skiff. Yeah, because the Indigo Elder was charting the ocean on what was the equivalent of, like, a door frame. What do you mean, Dante? What do you mean you're basing the size of boats off of what the Indigo Elder was riding on? That's like going to, like an airplane show and being like, yeah, well, this guy's tricycle was a lot smaller. It's like, what are you talking about, Dante? He was on a door frame, for Pete's sake. He was propelled by aura alone. We don't got the Indigo Elder here. Oh no. Though it was going to be somewhere around Mephi's size. I thought it was going to be somewhere around Mephi's size, at most. Are you sure you can get this ship fixed in a day or two? They've been fixing this ship! As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of the time-consuming repairs had already been completed by the villagers. Huh. Dude, every time I read the word villagers, I just think of the Minecraft villager. It literally just Minecraft villager noises in my head. The extent of our repair efforts only concerns a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Faust are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite Otis's confident declaration, I could not help but feel oddly unsettled as I looked at the ship. I don't know why, but something tells me that we don't want to linger here for too long. Ah yes, the ship is evil. Wait, actually, this reminds me of the party ship from Canto 5 that was like a really weird detour. Where, like, Sinclair was like, dude, I need my time in the spotlight. Anyways, here's this party ship. Anyways, here's a literal spotlight. Oh, no. Zach is a real-life Minecraft villager confirmed. He doesn't take off the mask because he doesn't want to show his nose. Oh, no. I just know what they sound like. Still, please be thorough about it, just in case. I'd rather not sit on a sinking ship again. The experience at the Great Lake was enough. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephi, most functions of this vessel, buoyancy gear, propellers, steering gear, are all in operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than the case with Mephi. They seem confident enough. It should be safe this time around, right? Are we taking that rope to climb up the ship? No, there's a lift-like apparatus down here. It should take us up to the ship. What rope? Its stability was verified yesterday. Let us board the lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think it'll be sinking anytime soon. And just like that, the monkey's paw curls. The ship immediately sinks. Also, that's not the monkey's paw. Wouldn't that be nice? Oi, are you two just gonna faff about down there? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. As I made my way into the vessel's bridge, I was greeted by the extravagant interior that was gaudy that was as gaudy as its exterior. Yo, this looks sick. Hold up, I'm gonna say it. I might not be the first to say it, and I'm definitely not gonna be the last to say it. But dude, Arknights like hyper futuristic like art style. I like it. Like the tech stuff. Like it's just very different from Limbus. I feel like Limbus is like the way they like show off technology is a lot more like I don't know. It's different than this. Like I could see this exact layout being in Limbus, but like the technology around it would be different. Dude, this is kind of sick. This is sick. This isn't real gold, is it? Sure is shiny as heck in here. I got butterflies in my stomach. Is gold valuable in the city? I mean, I guess maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the city's currency is based off of. AS. A ship. Aesthetically satisfying, she says. But too ostentatious. Not quite my style. Our young Muffy is also quite the excellent vessel, yet I imagine the adventures we can embark on aboard this vessel most lavishly decorated. As Faust and Otis were working on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked up to another and interfaced with it before giving a nod. A knowing nod. This must be an investigative or research vessel of sorts, but it does seem a bit extravagant for one of those, though. Look, coordinates, updating in real time. It seems the coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a small islet? Of course, Otis is like, wait, what if there's someone trapped on the island? What if there's a person that has been stuck on an island for like 20 years? Hold up. Also, I got a drink here. I'm gonna open it. 'Tis a sparkling water. That is, what is it flavored? It's passion fruit flavor. It's pretty good. Hold up. I'm usually not a fan of sparkling water, but like you can actually like taste the passion fruit, which is I feel with sparkling water you can never taste what it's trying to taste like, but I guess because passion fruit's just a strong flavor, or that it already tastes like sparkling water somehow. You yearn for a main story pack 3.5? Oh no. Also, hello Frozen Trees, how's it going? How are you today? Nope, no islets there. Wah! Child jump scare. But blimey, lass, you sure know how to sneak up on people. Mayors? Ah, what? Did I actually surprise you? I did ask you guys if you were gonna come fix the boat today. You are currently drinking 1 liter of Code Red. What is Code Red? That sounds like a thing that, like a hot sauce. Still, I didn't know you'd be here. Didn't all the villagers say they were all working on the boat and like that they were all gonna board the boat? This place is a lot nicer than the houses they would have to sit in otherwise. I'm surprised they didn't just set up camp here. Why are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undersea cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Ager. Agario? Ager. Gramps' home. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? Yo! Wait, hold up. Strowy moment. Yi Sang and Faust. Hold up. She's got weaker connection to the Jesselslaft? That means Yi Sang is gonna make his move? It is now understood why the promise to repair this ship was sufficient to earn their trust and their title of saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translating. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and the statements from the village chief, alongside information gathered from the exchange with mayors, it is possible to gauge the significance of the ship repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that pose a certain challenge for Heathcliff to comprehend, to employ any degree of effort to attempt to explain it in more digestible language would constitute a pursuit of inefficiency. Oh. Lower the baton. I implore you. I shall explain it in full. Ha! I was wondering when Miss Smoddy would start gabbing like that again? So, what's she's on about? Also, hello, Bloody Fish. Welcome, welcome. Probably to keep the ship hidden. Ah. Edgar is Atlantis, pretty much? I see. Atlantis. Dude, this is just like... what's that one Disney movie that's like... Everyone says it's underrated, and it still is really good, but, it's like... It's Atlantis. Is it Journey to Atlantis? It's something like that. This kind of looks like the technology from that, like with the blue. Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It didn't seem like he was actually going to swing the bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulder with a sigh. A brief observation of the village seemed to suggest that their substance situation was quite dire. Much of their daily sustenance consisted of dried food, most of them made for long-term storage purposes. Actually, I have a question. Why are none of the sinners absolutely terrified of the fact that because they're in a different world, they might not know if Dante works properly? Like, what if Dante is unable to revive them? They could just die here. Think about it. Considering what Skadi said about how the coastal areas are full of danger, maybe those dried seafood aren't from around here either. Maybe it's food they packed when they first came to Ferro Muerto. Some villagers were armed, yeah. Those sea terrors weren't exactly that formidable, but given the state the villages are in, I doubt they'd have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed, and that brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. The lass and her granddad are about to visit their hometown, and they're trying to get some food supplies to feed the villagers, and to convince them they're planning to use the fact they're from the same neck of the woods, or sea, I guess. Oh, so we're not just repairing their ship. We're repairing their food supply plan, too. Huh? What's wrong? It's, While the expressions were rather crude, Heathcliff's summary of the situation was clear, to the point, and easily understood. The sinners stared at him with mild surprise. Bro, Heathcliff is goated. The sinners don't realize that ever since, like, literally, I don't remember when it happened, but, like, dude, especially since Canto 6, and especially after Canto 7, dude, Heathcliff has just been goated. Heathcliff has literally been goated. And I did, too. Of course, your Heathcliff, my Heathcliff. Dante, Heathcliff, they owie. Dante, Heathcliff, they owie, chat. What's with them annoying looks? Wait, oh, you swords. You don't think I'm that dim-witted, do you? Do you? You don't think I'm that dim-witted, do you? Yeah. Dude, Heathcliff is actually goated. Heh. Top-notch intuition. It's just that it's been a while since you've shown this side of yourself. Literally, just read between the lines, Dante. I know you're not good at that at all. I know you literally are wrong about every single, like, aspect of, like, what the sinners are thinking, except for, like, maybe sometimes in major story moments. But, like, come on. Come on. Read between the lines. Analyze Heathcliff's character. He's goated. He's goated. Thinking back, Heathcliff's intuition always had been excellent, and he'd often put together surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speed. Yeah, why are we just, like, being like, oh, he can't do that now? You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for, I've been too soft on you lately, haven't I? Oi, get back here! Ahem. Now, with those fools out of the conversation, was he correct? Otis looked away from the usual chaos and asked Mayers. Honestly, I'm surprised. He was on point. Why is everyone doubting Heathcliff? Heathcliff, my goat! What is this? What is this Heathcliff slander? What is this actual Heathcliff slander? Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the Aegir will. I'm sure they'll welcome us with open arms. No. I don't want to come off like I'm overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others, too? Oh, right, yeah, racism. Unlike mayors or chief, they're not Aegir. I believe they will. Young elf girl has not yet experienced racism. She will soon enough. Iberia suspects and hates the Aegir for no other reason than that we're from the sea, but our home cannot have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. I'm not so sure about that, says Don Quixote. Dude, the Aegir is just like La Mancha Land! Hold up! Dude, we're going back to it's La Mancha Land, but underwater. The anti-La Mancha Land. Prithee, might thou explain to us who the Aegir are? Also, completely uncharacteristic of Dawn. Why is she not scared of the water? Hello? Again? Project Moon? What is this mischaracterization? Hello? Aegir people have a superiority complex due to their high tech. I mean, that's fine as long as they, like, let people in. Like, it's what you do with your superiority complex that changes things. Or something like that, I don't know, I'm just speaking. I had initially thought it to be a reference to a region, yet it also seems to refer to an affiliation of sorts. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers, though I don't think I've heard of a nest that accepts Backstreet's people with open arms. Or maybe they used to be some rich folk? If they call them Nestoffs Aegir here, then does that make rabbit-eared lass an Aegir too? Wait. In the world you came from, do they not distinguish between races? Wait a second. Your world doesn't have racism? Actually, it kind of insane. That is true. Project Moon doesn't have racism. Caveat, little star apostrophe symbol, unless you're a blood fiend. Hold up. Missed opportunity to rant about your big Sancho thoughts in this event because I gotta buy kitten food for Sancho the cat, twisted world we live in. Wait, Cheeky, do you have Sancho the cat? Wait, Cheeky has acquired Sancho the cat? Hold up. Or is buying cat food preemptively? Dude, they don't have racism! Chat, they literally do not have or have robot parts? True. But you're not really born with that. That's more like ableism. That's more ableism. There's no way I joined up just in time for this scene. Cheeky, you just missed. The dawn surrounded by water. Oh no. Welcome, Cheeky. Racism! Dude, Arknights is just, what if it was the city from Limbus Company and there was racism? Think about it. I think this is crazy because, like, you don't really think about it that much, but, like, yeah, there's not, like, racism in the city, unless, caveat, you're a blood fiend. Please have Dawn be the next one to say something and be like, about that. We can assume the shoes make Dawn's fear of water go away. It does not. It's been confirmed in other dialogue that her shoes do not make the fear of water go away. She is still... It lessens her fear of water, but it does not make it go away. After she remembered her past, she has had, like, a few lines of dialogue sprinkled in here and there that are like, hey, I'm afraid of water. We can't because our announcer says otherwise. True. Not really a welcome, Cheeky. I just showed up to mention how much you would be talking about Sancho if this wasn't the case. Oh, no. Then I realized it was literally the scene. True. Well, one of them? Oh, no. But yeah, I guess the city doesn't have racism. That is not entirely true. Delineation between races is a concept that does exist. And specifically, though I only saw them in the Fathoms, there were those terrifying things called the cuckoo spawn. Dante, we're not gonna bring up the elephant in the room? We're not gonna address the elephant in the room? Address me, says the elephant. We're not gonna address the fact that one of the sinners is literally racist to another one of the sinners? However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. True! My goats, the whales! I forgot the whales aren't human. I'm trying to think of anything else that's not considered human by the head that like is allowed to live in the city because it's too strong to be killed. I think it's the whales. But other than that, I don't know. I hate Dante so much. Wait, I have a question. Are people who have just started the game able to play the Arknights event? Or do you have to clear Canto 8? Do you have to clear Canto 8 to play the Arknights event? Because there is an easy and a hard mode, and that makes me wonder if you're able to just, like, play this after you beat, like, Canto 1 or 2 or, like, 3. Can you unlock this? You can play this whenever? That makes so much sense! Wait, I've been talking and I've been like, why are all of the sinners mischaracterized? They're not mischaracterized. They're acting like they did in Canto 1. They're acting like they did in Canto 1. I'm like, dude, why is, like, Heathcliff being mischaracterized? Why is Dawn being mischaracterized? It's because they literally are unable to share any of the further information without spoiling people, potentially. Oh. Nope, you can just straight up play it and get to the fun. That makes so much sense. Yeah, that's why that's why they're not gonna address the fact that Dawn is a, you know, blood fiend. Because that's a major spoiler. Like, that actually makes so much sense. You just need to beat the tutorial to unlock it? Okay, it makes sense why all the sinners are, like, just completely mischaracterized then. Okay, that actually tracks then. The people of Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on their race. Like my cactus ears? She's got cactus ears? What the heck? She got cactus ears. Oh wait, no, that's cautious ears. Cautious ears. She got cautious ears. And I've got pointed ears because I'm an Aegir. Although, it's not a characteristic every Aegir shares. The closest idea to what they are discussing appeareth to be, Yo! The elephant has been addressed! The elephant has been addressed! She's talking about blood fiend racism! The hate crime she faces as a blood fiend! That's just the word for rabbit? Oh, I see. Cactus, the most tsundere of races. Oh no. The game, one line later. True! Dude, literally, she's gonna address the fact that, like, yeah, there is racism in the city. Cough, cough. What happened to the blood fiends? Don Quixote seemed to be struggling to finish her sentence. Dude, Project Moon really does not want to spoil this. They are dodging this bullet like Matrix style. They're going Neo mode. They're dodging this bullet. Mersalt stepped in to continue. By context clues and the manner of word usage, including the means of classification, the closest example in our world would be the blood fiends. Similar external appearances to humans, different natures, comparable sapience. True! We can't have Dawn saying this, because that'd be a spoiler, but we can have Mersalt allude to it a little bit. 'Tis of my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that maketh coexistence with humans difficult. It may be that the Aegir are also... True! They're letting... okay, this is fine. This makes sense. I didn't know that you could play this without clearing any of the cantos. So, like, this would be dude, if they just had her blood fiend out, like, if they had her Sancho out, this would be a major spoiler for Canto 7. But I like that it's being slightly alluded to. I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that make coexistence with others difficult, but they're probably rare. Yeah, blood fiends be like, then wherefore are they made subjects of suspicion and hatred? Don Quixote comes to figure out that racism, that senseless hate of other people due to the way that they were born exists. She's never heard of this before. All of the racism she has experienced in her eyes has been somewhat justified. She's now realizing that there's just hatred based off of nothing. I have so much to say about this. I have so much to say. I'm hunched over at the store right now. Oh no. I'm sorry, Cheeky. Yeah, every time you kept saying they couldn't mention it last time, you were just like, uh-huh, I see. Oh no. You won't hear the last from me about Sancho in this event. Oh no. But yeah, Zach is so based. True. I don't know what you're agreeing with, but I agree. I'm goated. That's... well, the language is new, but the idea itself is pretty familiar to the city folk like us. Gregor! 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 I swear to God, you get every point you've ever said wrong. This event version of Gregor, I didn't realize that Kanto won Gregor, because I'm assuming that every character has been, like, devolved to their Kanto 1 form. Bro. Bro. You are not going to put yourself outside of the category that Dawn just set up, where it's like, there may be some justification to this hatred and to this thing, but senseless hatred based off of nothing? Gregor, your senseless hatred towards you is not based off of nothing. Let's just open up one of the first images we see. Limbus Kanto 1. Let's see. Let's go to not story episode. Sorry, it's gallery. Let's see. What memory do we get from you, Gregor? What memory do we get from you? Remember, in this scene, he's saying that, oh, I've experienced unjust racism. Unlike Don Quixote, whose racism is justified because she is a danger to the humans around her. And that's why humans fear her. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That's what he's saying. He's saying Don Quixote's racism is slightly justified, but I'm in a different category. She's in that category because she can harm people. I'm in a different category. Gregor, you want to talk about something? Because I got the receipts. Get back in that category. Don't you dare try to separate yourself from Sancho. Don't you dare try to take the path of like, oh, I don't know why I'm being discriminated against. Discrimination is bad. But you can't separate yourself and be like, oh, discrimination against blood fiends is like somewhat justified. Meanwhile, the hatred towards me is not. Look at this. Gregor the fraud. You should have just agreed with Don. Never doubt Don Quixote. Pretty familiar to city folk like us. Think of feathers of fallen wings, kids born in the backstreets, people who replace their body parts with prosthetics. Also, that's like being a blood fiend is a little bit more like against your will type thing. I don't know. I guess your claw was kind of against your will too, because your mother gaslit you. They're saying a form of racism kind of exists in the city. That's fair. Also, hello, Four-Leaf Clover. How's it going? The form differs, yet in its essence, we find the thread. Oh, she's sad. Dude, you know what this brings up? Why have none of the sinners or Dante really, besides Heathcliff, who's kind of addressed it in like passing, like not like he's addressed the elephant in the room, but he's at least been like, oi, what's that smell? Like he's not addressing the elephant, but he's addressing the smell the elephant makes. Why have none of the sinners addressed the fact that, like, Dawn experiences so much, like, discrimination because, like, and racism because she's a blood fiend? And the fact that we got Otis on this bus that constantly harasses her because of it. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Also, hello, Pleasant Lemon. How's it going? You regret giving your sister your second McDonald's chicken sandwich you just got for some Salisbury steak? Chicken sandwich tastes better? Yeah, Salisbury steak sounds fancy, but, like, I don't know. Every time I've had it, it's been, like, not good. I mean, I guess the only times I've ever had Salisbury steak is in those, like, TV dinner kits, so I might be, like, biased, but yeah. I do want to hear about Chiki's thoughts on Sancho in this intervallo. True, she's at the store right now, though, Pleasant Lemon. You just missed her. But she'll be back, don't worry. We're only 40 minutes into the stream. Chiki will be back from the store by the time... Yes, unless she gets lost in the store again. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in the way of our life, despite finding ourselves in a distant world with different races, or rules, races, and humans. Felt oddly discomforting. Yeah, we're talking about racism, Dante. That's not oddly discomforting. That's just like, oh, discrimination exists everywhere. Oh. Oh. The point is, you guys are doing us a real solid by fixing up the ship. Let's move on from these gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of this ship. This way, the ship tour may have to wait. The repairs are almost completed, but an issue has arisen. Issue? Wow, that's not reassuring at all. Especially this music, hello? Multiple life forms identified ahead, assumed to be a sea terror horde. The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel is surrounded. They're the same monsters from yesterday. Executive Manager, please order us to prepare for battle. Darn it. Are they the sea terrors you've encountered? They look a bit different, but yeah, probably. Oh no. Well, 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 look who it is. Mast3r Zak streaming once again. Hello, Merca, how's it going? There's a lot of them, but if our last experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. Amiya, please support us in battle, like you did yesterday. She did. Oh, she gassed us up. She glazed us. Cast thou fight! Canst thou fight, young mayors? I feel like I'm just gonna get in your way. I'm a literal child. I have no weapons, and my clothes are made of, like, a blanket that's been sewn together patchwork style. What are you talking about, Don Quixote? Then, guys, find a place to keep mayors as far as possible from the battle. Guys capitalized. Then, let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further. Yo. Also, the head basically booted off every non-human people from the city? Yeah. You miss your chicken sandwich? Oh no. What if there are blood fiends at the store? That's fine. Chiki's blood fiend adjacent. It's fine. Chiki's literally blood fiend adjacent, chat. She's literally blood fiend adjacent. Why is there why is there a bear trap dog? What the heck is this? Shell Sea Runner. Also, hello? Why do I got the gnomes again? Wait, do we no longer get Amiya as the announcer? Did they patch that? That we got Amiya for free? Aww. She's probably also helped supporting Arrange with her arts. Virgilius? Dude, Virgilius, you can't see what's happening. The gnomes might be able to. Here, if I never mind. I'll try it next battle. I was gonna say if I turn off my announcers, can I get the Amiya announcer for free? Sea terrors come in different shapes and forms. True. What the dog doing? What the dog doing? Don Quixote! Wonderful! No, pretty sure you still get Amiya for free. They took her from me. They got Virgilius here instead. Sancho, my beloved. True. I think it's crazy that they had to devolve the Sinners to their Limbus Kanto 1 counterparts, yet they still allow people to pull for the most spoilery IDs in the entire game from the very beginning. They really gotta cap that at some point. They really gotta be like, hey, like once we get to Kanto 12, and then all the Sinners Kantos are done and we restart, they gotta be like, hey, we're done with Limbus Company Part 1. You can no longer get, IDs from the most recent stuff unless you have beaten part 1. Like, dude, we're gonna get some insane spoilers. The final boss of Limbus is probably gonna get an ID. Pretty sure the Ami announcer is only for the first stage. Oh, that makes sense. Most people won't know an ID is spoilery unless they know more info. Or if it, like, explains the plot of the entire Kanto. Cough cough, manager of La Mancha Land Don Quixote. Manager of La Mancha Land Don Quixote is definitely... Like, if you read the Uptie story, which, like, I don't know why you wouldn't read an ID's Uptie story, you will spoil the entire Kanto 7 experience. That still is jump scaring me. I don't like the English jump scare. You got Amiya for the dungeon, so maybe this stage is an exception? Oh. Whoa. Oh, look at all these rewards. I keep forgetting we get double rewards because there's a hard mode. I like that. I think they should add hard mode to more things. I like getting... Oh, actually, you get less, though. Oh, no, this is for clearing it, and then this is for the first clears. You don't get the clear bonus for clearing the hard one. You don't get the easy clear bonus for clearing the hard one. You get the easy clear bonus first time clear for clear. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Small Tide. We got 300 already. What was I doing? I can't remember. Can I get Amiya? No, she's locked. Dude, look at all these people that I don't have. I got stuck with Herbert. But yeah, I think the best combo that I can make here has got to be Virgilius, the Gnomes, and Don Quixote. Hey, if there was a podcast that was Virgilius, the 3 Gnomes, and Don Quixote, I would be like a weekly listener. Every week they like have a new thing. Dude, I'd listen to that podcast. That'd be sick. Alright, anyways, let us continue. You are missing, like, 6 to 7 announcers? Oh, no. I just think the fact that some announcers you just have to, like, pay for is, like, crazy. Sounds like a peak podcast. True.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐도 포기하지 마세라. 저들의 공격은 우리의 투지를 꿰뚫을 수 없을 테니.
Dude, this sounds like a Millie song at the beginning. It's like, oh. And like 50% of them are Walpurgis? True. Getting announcers during Walpurgis is hard. I wonder what next Walpurgis is gonna be, actually. Has Ryushu gotten a Walpurgis ego yet? I don't know. Dude, we gotta start thinking about the next Walpurgis. That's crazy. At least the paid stuff is cosmetic and doesn't affect gameplay. True. That's how most paid things should be. Like, I'm chill with microtransactions as long as it's just, like, skins and stuff. Like, if you want to pull a Fortnite on me and, like, I can, like, pay... I still, to this day, think that Fortnite is the most fairly monetized game that is free-to-play. I think it is the most fairly monetized because if you do the battle passes, if you buy a battle pass, I think they raised the price. They're 100 V-Bucks, or 1,000 V-Bucks, right? A battle pass is 1,000 V-Bucks, but most of the time, I don't think there's been a, like, main battle pass yet. I know there are, like, the mini battle passes that don't have it, but every time there is a main battle pass, I'm pretty sure you get between, like, 1200 and like 1500 on like a really rare one, but it's usually like averages to like 13. Usually you get 1300 V-Bucks. So if you're paying 1000 V-Bucks and you get 1300 back, you gain a swing of 300 V-Bucks. I have literally only spent, I think it was less than $10 on Fortnite. And then when I still played Fortnite, because I don't play Fortnite really that much anymore, because I don't know. But it literally is just like, I've just been able to increase my value. But yeah, I haven't played Fortnite in a bit. I just feel like the newer seasons aren't that interesting to me. If next wall purchase is She Association, it would be insane. I don't know what the She Association is, so maybe. I like it when it's Lobotomy. I know next wall purchase has gotta be Library of Ruina, just because the one we just had was LobCorp. So the next one's gotta be Library of Ruina. They alternate. But yeah. Mersalt and Foss next wall purchase. Oh, that makes sense. That's not happening? What's not happening? Liu for next wall piece? I don't know anything about Ruina. I just hope whatever they add is not like a massive spoiler. Because I still gotta finish Lobotomy Corporation. Assassin Association, basically? Oh, wait, don't we have... She Association sounds familiar. Don't we have She Association IDs already? It's just jump scare. Mission accomplished. She Association is the one that hasn't gotten any IDs since launch and doesn't have a single 3-star? Oh. We have 3, but they're all 2 stars. I see. The remaining entities have all returned to the sea. Is everyone okay? It was just like our last skirmish. Sea terrors that had surrounded the ship returned to sea even before the battle came to an end. They might do the gaze office, actually. Yo. Happy Pride Month. Oh no. I was trying to come up with a joke, but I couldn't think of any. She, Dawn, Heath, and Fishmael. Oh, wait! The She Association ID is the one you get at the beginning of the game during the tutorial, no matter what. Yeah. I hate mayors! 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 Me, when I'm living in the like, cowboy times, and I have to pay my taxes. Oh, no. Also, how's it going, Shorg? Me when I have to pay my taxes in cowboy times. Sea terrors had surrounded the ship. Sea terrors that had surrounded the ship returned to the sea even before the battle came to an end. That's literally false. The battle did end, and their retreat felt too orderly and deliberate to be just running away. It's almost like they're making a tactical retreat. Those are like the same thing, Dante. Also, literally, that's what the mermaids do. The mermaids are literally all, like, controlled by, like, a single hive mind thing from the whale that they spawn from. They also make tactical decisions like that. We're doing peachy, but what about this ship? Fa, is the ship okay? Minor damages to the hull, but nothing that will impede the ship's operational capabilities. Dude, I love the fact that, like, the sea is the scariest thing here, and it's like, oh, I can't believe they're making houses by the sea. And it's like, our end goal is to get on a ship that's going into the sea. It's like, what? Oh, no. We all love mayors in this chat. We all love mayors. When the local community you live in finally fills the potholes, we love mayors. Not really. Mermaids and whales are less intelligent. Aren't whales intelligent, though? I thought the whales were, like, pretty intelligent. I thought the mermaids were not intelligent, but the whales were, like, decently intelligent. I thought the whales were actually intelligent. So, I noticed during the battle, I might be wrong, of course, but I think I noticed how, around the end of the battle, those monsters were starting to go after the manager. The random sea creature monsters are smarter than literally every single person in the city combined. The sea creatures from Arknights solo the PM verse just because they have the simple knowledge to just go like, wait a second, we should go kill Dante. You're probably right, actually. I noticed, too, at some point during our battle, those monsters realized that it's the manager who's commanding the rest of us. I sensed the very same. Their movements were fluid and adaptive, as though they were learning our behavior. Why does the Church of the Deep worship monsters like them? Buddy, what did Nagel and Hammer worship? Oh, no. I don't know. I feel like a bunch of cults in the city probably exist that worship either Picatula, distortions, or abnormalities. There's no way there is not a cult somewhere that worships an abnormality that broke out of an abandoned LobCorp. And it's gotta be like an abnormality that would be like chill with that and wouldn't like kill them, but like there's gotta be. There's gotta be. I think the people thought I was chasing them on the way home today because they started running from me. I want you to lift up your armpit, lift up your arm, and then sniff your armpit. Do you smell? That might be the reason they were running from you. You should take a shower. I'm kidding. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Shorg. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. I think their intelligence is akin to apes or dolphins. I'm pretty sure dolphins are, like, smarter than apes. Or at least that's what some people would tell me, because, like, if they got hands, I guess they'd, like, take over humanity, which I highly doubt. That ain't much of a question, innit? They must have all gone mental. I'm sure they have many reasons, but... Yeah, speaking of cults who worship things, Catherine sacrificed herself. I'm sorry, Shorg. I was trying to make a joke, but I made it at your expense, and I apologize. Usually the jokes are at my expense, but I don't know. Being a mean streamer might be better. Evil Zak? No. Evil Zak... I feel like Evil Zak would gaslight you more. Evil Zak is a lot more like gaslighty type. Evil Zak originated in the original Deltarune Chapter 2 Snowgrave Root stream. Evil Zak. I probably smell, but my sense of smell is poor. Zach, why do you turn British when you voice Heathcliff? Because he's British. I can't say some of the words he says in, like, non-British English, because he says, like, oi. You literally can't say oi, not, like, British or Australian. I'm saying it right now, and there's still a little bit of a hint. I'm saying oi. And there, you can hear it in, like, the back of the mouth. The cogs are turning, and it's, like, forcing my tongue to, like, become British. They are very bad at doing mean jokes. True. Sea terrors are Magaranas. If you don't kill them, they will adapt. I see. Seaborns are beings of infinite potential. Yo, Gregor, we found your buddies. We can finally release Gregor into the ocean, chat. We've found his tribe. We've found his family. We can release Gregor into the ocean and let him be free. Seaborns are beings of infinite potential. So much so that there's no superlative being big enough to properly convey the scale. The whales. An organism. They can endlessly evolve and adapt. Every time they encounter a new environment or new element, they transform themselves and other seaborns. That is actually terrifying. Dude, if this was the city, they'd either try to find a way to capitalize off of this, or the head would be like, nah, we gotta, like, kill all these things. Shrimps are bugs? That's true! Shrimps are bugs. What if Gregor becomes a shrimp? Or a lobster? Or a crab? Because he's Mr. Crab voice actor. When will I watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2? Maybe one day. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's their draw. What's their draw? Oh, that they're, like, infinite beings? That fascination may be an attitude most benefiting a researcher. Yet, the transformation of fascination into idolarity is, if I may be frank, not entirely positive. Yeah, it's just like abnormalities. Like, it's Chat, the Seaborns are literally nothing there. Their sea is full of nothing theirs. Chat, wait, this world is actually so cooked. Their sea in the Arknights universe is literally full of creatures that are just nothing there. Every single one of them is like a mini nothing there abnormality. That's terrifying. I find them pretty uncomfortable. They just remind me of whales. True, that's what I've been saying. Then, can they adapt to learn a language to communicate with us? You don't want to be asking that, Honglu, because the next thing you'll hear is, you have received a voicemail. Hello? Goodbye. What? Going by everything we heard, I think they sound really smart. Yeah, Honglu, but like also nothing there. He finally figured it out. True. Also in Arknights lore, the Seaborn evolve so much that one day they will consume the universe and birth a new one. Oh no. If there were infinite nothing theirs that were also a hive mind, that's terrifying. I mean, actually, doesn't nothing there already do that? Can't nothing there already make, like, little clones of itself? No, wait, that's censored. Never mind. Oh, maybe. I don't know. What if, like, a kaiju from the outskirts came to the city? The head would lock in. They'd release nothing there. Mayer's eyes went round at Honglu's suggestion. She brought her hands to her mouth, surprised. It sure was something. That's just, that's not even that crazy. Like, hey, could they evolve to, like, speak a language? I heard that there was a Seaborn who could talk. And his name, well, the page that the writer scribbled his name on left it completely blank. So we've just started calling him Nothing There. Ooh! If non-humans speak the language of humans, regardless of its testament to their intelligence, I can only think of two possibilities as to why they would. One, to communicate with humans. The other, well, that's what language is for! I can only think of two reasons why someone would use a language. To communicate, or to deceive. Like, congratulations, Otis. Congratulations. Congratulations. You've figured out what language is used for. Good job. Here's your little star sticker. Congratulations. One, to communicate with humans. The other, to deceive humans. The deception is still a form of communication. More often than not, it's the latter. What about distortions? Some of them already know how to speak. Well, distortions are people. Distortions are phenomena in which humans transform into monstrous forms. The first observed after the White Knights and Dark Days incident. White Knight? White Knight Lobotomy Corporation? Therefore, that example is irrelevant to Otis's superstition. Any example is irrelevant to Otis's superstition! Because she literally said there are two things that a non-human creature would want to talk about humans with. Communication, which is literally what you use language for. Anything you do with language can fall under communication. Communication is a broader category than language, by the way. Communication already encompasses languages. Communication's like so much more than just language. And also deception. Just say that they want to deceive people. Why are you adding this thing? White Nights and Dark Days? She whispered quietly, but as we were standing rather close to her, we all caught on to the hint of joy in her voice. The pillar of light in the city. Did it really? How have you come across this knowledge, Miss Mayers? Oh, that's... Ain't it obvious? We got the culprit right here. The storyteller lass who's been gabbing on with no end. True! Heathcliff is like, yeah, Dawn's goated. Also, I'm pretty sure whatever they're talking about is probably a spoiler for, like, Ruina or something like that, so I'm just gonna... Don't talk about it. Shh. 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 No talking about it. It's crazy that this person knows more about me than me. Heathcliff, standing up for Dawn. Yeah, she's been talking non-stop all morning about all kinds of stories, hasn't she? Oh? Yet I have not gotten that far. You again! You didn't get so lost in your own stories that you blabbered all about our company secrets, have you? Otis! There's a plot point here! Mayers knows something that no one has told her. There's a plot point. There's something going on. And you just want to be racist. You're not even engaging with the potential story thing. You're just being racist. What if evil Zak replaced normal Zak and he is gaslighting us to think that he is normal Zak? I just want to give some, like, context and some lore. All of the Zaks are... We have a very strict... We're not all friends with each other, but I've made a rule in my head, and I've basically implemented it into my core being. I've had this core philosophy for so long that it has, at this point, merged with what my self-identity is, basically. And it basically is, if there is ever another Zak, like, if they're, like, dimensional travel, like, cloning, like, other stuff like that. And by cloning, I mean, like, memories and form cloning, not just like, oh, it's a clone of you and it's got to grow up and it's got different memories and different personality and different, like, consciousness, all those things. No, I mean like a one-to-one. I have a rule that is embedded in my very being, my very soul, that a Zak cannot kill another Zak. That is against the rules. That is a taboo even stronger than one of the head's taboos. Zaks cannot kill other Zaks. And so, yeah, that's the #1 unbreakable rule of all the Zaks in all the dimensions. All of the Zaks, there are more than just me and Evil Zak. No, Evil Zak is a thing that is a character I made up. I'm talking about, if other dimensions are real. If other dimensions are real, and there are other versions of you that exist in those dimensions. If there was some way to somehow travel to them, one of the rules would be a Zak cannot kill another Zak. And not just somebody named Zak, by the way. It's not that, oh, I can't kill someone in another dimension that's named Zak. It's like that version, that other dimension's version of me. Yeah. That makes sense to me? Yeah. Hear me out. What if I start streaming the games you play? Because surely there will be people who enjoy my personality and they therefore watch me do random stuff? True. That's what I thought. Nay, Fee, I would simply not. Everyone's always like, no, but a clone of you would try to take your place. And my only response is, darn, you'd try that hard to take your own place if you were a clone? Exactly. Dude, if I was a clone of myself, like, yeah, we'd have to, like, share stuff, but realistically, I'm pretty chill with, like, oh, I need to share this, I need to share that. What I would do, basically, is just get another computer. It's simple. The problem is solved. Now, and guess what? I can double my stream output. Now, my clones, I stream, my clone streams. We could do collab streams with each other, where we, like, for a game that we both want to play on stream, like Limbus, we do a collab stream. Like, and it's like, oh, what if you, like, I don't know, like the clone's gonna try to steal your... The only way a clone would try to steal my place is if they're not an actual clone of me. If they're just, like, a body double. If they're not actually a clone of me, and they don't have my memories and my, like, my mind, basically... my, like, sense of being, then it wouldn't be a clone of me. It would just be a crude body double. If there were 2 of me, you would be able to do more things? True. But yeah. As Don Quixote was subject to yet another round of scolding, Amiya stared toward the sea, wary that sea terrors might start crawling out of the surface once again, before turning towards us. I wonder which one of the 2... the Seaborns are. Their sense of self is really, really faint, so I don't think they'd be in either category. What? Whales or distortions? I think it's possible that they learned human language out of instinct. Oh, wait, no. The language thing. Whether they're communicating or deceiving. Deception is a form of communication! You're using the wrong words! Communication literally encompasses every and all action or non-action that can have meaning derived from it. Communication is literally any action or non-action that can have meaning derived from it. Deception is communication. What are you talking about? It's possible that they learned human language out of instinct, that the power of speech might help them survive. It appears that you, Miss Mayers, are quite the expert on the subject of Seaborns. She's the Seaborn that is adapted! She's the Seaborn that's adapted! That's why she was hiding from all the other villagers! That's why it's like, oh, we didn't see you with all the other villagers. Hold up! Your knowledge of them goes beyond what fear of one's survival may yield, thereby suggesting a different means of acquisition. Do you, by any chance, worship the Seaborn? I don't worship Seaborns. Seaborns don't have any hopes or wishes, just desire for survival. She's a Seaborn! She's a Seaborn, chat. Literally, don't spoil it if I'm right. Don't spoil it if I'm right. But literally, Seaborns don't have any hopes or wishes, just desire for survival. Sad face. Sad face. Either she knows and has spoken to the Seaborn that can talk to other people, or she is the Seaborn that can talk to other people. Miss Mayers, does that mean if Seaborns were somehow able to hope, they would be able to dream? True. Hold up. Maybe so. Is that so? The repairs are complete. Dude, Yi-Sang was so close to figuring out her secret that she's actually a Seaborn, but then immediately gets distracted by Faust walking by. The love of his life. The light in his... The light to his darkness. The yin to his yang. And immediately drops the point, just to look at her. As we were conversing, Faust descended from the ship with a neatly organized set of tools, borrowed from the village, repairs completed. Oh, the reason there's no Strowie between them is because they're reverted to their Canto 1 selves. We don't get the grand reveal in the Warp Intervallo, the second biggest reveal besides Sancho, that Yi-Sang and Faust are actually kind of like, you know, Faust without the Jesselschlaf, that is. You know. I'm guessing repairs are done? Yes, this ship is ready to set sail. Do you have a departure time and date in mind? I would prefer if we could depart as soon as possible. We don't have a set time or anything, but I think we should be able to set sail this late afternoon. At the earliest. That soon? As you've seen, we don't have a lot to bring with us, haha. By the way, how far out to sea do you guys need to go? Shouldn't you be the one that knows that, Miss Seaborn? We need to find this dimensional door of sorts. Oh wait, no, yeah, we do need to find the dimensional door. I thought it was on the land. I forgot that we were trying to find our way back. I thought it was just like, yeah, we're gonna go to like Atlantis and become citizens there. He saw the... Well, I'm not gonna say that abbreviation. Faust ego, and now he's simping even more? Oh no. Oh no. I could see the dimensional door's light from the beach at night. It was faint, but given how the light's strong enough to break through the sea fog, we should be able to determine its location somewhere around the coastal waters. So, we can go back tonight? The first order of business is to relay this news to the villagers. Yeah, back to the village for now. Yo. Black hole-shaped door.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향해
True. I like how we get like two identity ticket 1s and 1 identity ticket 2. Like, this is literally nothing. They're giving us like a penny. Oh no, also Sancho goated, even when I'm not trying to do specific Sancho team build. Sancho sweep. See this, see that. How about you see some women? Oh no. The Inquisitor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Singular. Not the Inquisitors, not the Inquisition. The Inquisitor. That's right, chat. We're bringing her back. That's right. The Inquisitor. You know who it is, chat. You know it is. There's something going on in the village. Oh, they're getting murdered! Oh! No! Canto 3 flashback! No! No! Canto 3! Akira flashback! Akira! But it's Sinclair's parents! Oh no. Yeah, I hear it too. I'm hearing people shouting and hollering. Oh no, this is literally Canto 3. When we returned to the village, ship repairs completed. We were welcomed by a rather hostile standoff. A quick count told me there were approximately 20 people assembled at the village square. Considering its population, that was pretty much the whole village. Who's that over there? Inquisitor. I think we've been found. Oh. Yeah, this is literally a mix. This is literally a mix between Nagel und Hammer and a vampire hunter. And one of the Fang Hunt office members. I'm so sorry. This is so Nagel und Hammer and Fang Hunt office coded. Like, how do you... Like, literally, the most racist person alive. Wait, can Cromer show up? Probably not. The Inquisitor, dressed in a well-kept uniform, was about the same height as Don Quixote. That is such a funny way to introduce this scary villain character. Saying, oh no, the Inquisitor was the same height as Don Quixote. Guys, you can just kick her. Guys, you don't have to be scared. You said there was 20 people here. The Inquisitor is not a threat at all. You can just kick her. She's short. The sword and lamp hanging from her waist sits in stark contrast to the more run-down, ramshacked village. She almost looked like a fixer from the city. So the Inquisition has discovered our village. Did you really think that you could forever stay out of the Inquisition's gaze, citizen? That's a naive dream. Fabius disappeared from the Inquisition mid-interrogation under charges of suspicion of membership with the Church of the Deep. He's Mersault! He's an ex-Inquisition member! Hold up. Also, his name is Fabius. Last known location, Salt Flat. The other Inquisitors have informed me that you have been identified next to pirates in its fringes. From a criminal to an outlaw. What a dramatic evolution of your career. Why is she hitting us with the less than 3 face? Why is she going less than 3? Oh no. No way, Fabius? Who's Fabius? Why is she hitting us with the less than 3 face, chat? But it ends here, now. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to the Inquisition. Oh, this girl. Uh-oh. This kind of looks like a VTuber model, like one of those, like, really expensive ones. Like, you know the expensive ones where they add a bunch of, like, bells and whistles and, like, different, what are they called? Different, like, things that can be toggled on and off? Like this? Ooh. This looks like one of the really expensive ones. What's less than 3? The colon 3. Sorry, not less than 3. Sorry, colon 3. I forgot the symbols. I forgot what a colon was. Colon 3 face. This girl is a playable character in Arknights? Oh, interesting. So we're like in like the Arknights campaign is gonna fight Limbus. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to this Inquisition. And the sinners should just be like, oh well, good thing we're not citizens. They have never broken a single law, nor are they outlaws of any kind. They are not like me. They're not like you? They're not like us? Hold up. Oh no. They also nerfed her forehead. Oh no. They've disregarded the Inquisition's authority, evaded the gaze of Iberia, and found this sodden coast to lurk in. Tell me, I'm not supposed to find that suspicious. What are you talking about? You can't just start arresting people left and right with a tenuous suspicion like that. You shouldn't. Of course, yeah, Sinclair being against the Inquisitors makes the most sense. We only wish to live a quiet life, ma'am. Is that so? Then you might find yourself returning to this village one day, as long as you're telling the truth. Which is not an option for you, Fabius. Mayors, was Chief really a pirate? Well, yeah, but as far as I know, he's been out of the game for a while. And even when he ran with the pirates, all he ever did was share Finbeast jerky to villagers. So he's Robin Hood, but a pirate? Yeah, of course the Inquisition hates him. What did King John do with Robin Hood? He didn't care about the actual criminals. He cared about Robin Hood the most because he was stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Distributing Finbeast jerky to villagers, making the pirates look better while the Inquisition looks worse. Or carry Acarians between them. Smuggling people, yeah. Even if you're telling the truth, Mayors, I doubt the Inquisition will be lenient. Yeah, the Inquisitor literally just told him, that's not an option for you. You can't live a quiet life, we're gonna kill you. Well, what now? I have but one question to ask. That Inquisitor, is she following the proper legal procedures? I don't know much about the laws of Iberia, but Dr. Kaltsit told us the words of Inquisitors were pretty much law here. It is likely that she is following the proper legal procedures. The procedures are precisely what the villagers have fled from, after all. Then it is decided. Otis, why do you care about following the law? You, in your lore, Miss Odysseus here, broke the law of the Greek gods constantly. What are you talking about? Otis quietly dragged me to the side and whispered outside Mayor's earshot. The sinners who were right next to me seemed to have picked it up, though. Executive Manager, we best immediately return to the ship, take command of it, and sail out on our own. It is unwise to involve ourselves in this conflict. We're gonna steal their boat? Oh, no. What? Are you seriously suggesting that we just let him arrest the villagers? True! Based Heathcliff! Based Heathcliff's gonna stand up against villainy and injustice! Hero on a plastic horse fighting like it's real with a cardboard sword. True! It seems Don Quixote has rubbed off on him a lot. Didn't you hear what the Inquisitor said? It seems quite cut and dry to me. If this is just a standard procedure with no local laws broken, we are in no place to involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship. Wait, no, they said they don't like immigrants in Iberia. We're probably gonna get arrested too. She's probably not even gonna arrest us. She's probably just gonna kill us. If it's standard procedure with no local laws broken, then we are in no place to involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship before they impound that too. We can't do that, even if it's the standard procedure, even if they're working with the law. It's not... You stayed up to hear Mayor's story too, didn't you? Dude, even if it's standard procedure, allowed by the Inquisition and K-Corp and N-Corp, even if they're working with the law, Nagel and Hammer was working with K-Corp and N-Corp. So, yeah, exactly. ... You know, the N-Corp Inquisitors! We're working with the law too! That's what I just said! I'm goated! Yes! You know, the N-Corp Inquisitors were working with the law too when they came for the village. That was standard procedure too! True! True! If anyone had stepped in then. Lock in, Sinclair! Lock in! You got this! Go! I know what you went through, but I'd still rather not take a risk in an unfamiliar environment like this. I will try my best to figure out how to sail that ship. If I cannot, then I have faith in Ishmael to quickly learn its controls. I can't say you're wrong, but I don't know. Neither you nor I know anything about the ocean currents here, Otis. We can get the ship going, but I can't guarantee that we'll reach the dimensional door without any trouble. Mayor, what if we just kidnap mayors? What if we just don't show the Inquisitor? Because we came back to the village. What if we just don't show the Inquisitor mayors? What if we're just like, anyways, do you know anything about the sea currents in its region? That's what I'm saying! Not much, but I know the coastal seas somewhat. And you can't fight the Inquisitors directly here in Iberia. Fleeing with the ship might be the better option. Chat, I just want us to all understand this one point. This one very important point. Mayors has literally never been in a scene with the rest of the villagers. And she's in... Oh, my grandfather's with the villagers. Oh, these are all my friends. Da, 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 da. Anyway, let's abandon them. And flee with the ship. You know who's never told us where we're going with the ship? The rest of the villagers. You know who has told us? Mayors. I'm starting to get a little bit of suspicion here. I'm starting to become a little sus. I think the Mayors might be an imposter among us. I think she might be the Seaborn that can talk. I think she might be. Nothing there. What should we do, Dante? Yeah, I guess it's kind of awkward for us to just take the ship and go, huh? How about we try to talk to the Inquisitor, then? I think we should at least try to hear them out first. Them being the Inquisitor and the Chief, both. If the discussion goes well, we might even be able to get the Inquisition's support. Nah. Like Mr. Hong Lu said, we should hear them out first, then try to convince them. I agree with them both. First, let's at least see what that Inquisitor has to say. RR. Rabbit's right, she says? Question mark? Are you certain that translation was accurate, Sinclair? Why are we doubting that translation? Why are we doubting it? Rabbit's right. Why are we doubting that translation? Rabbit's right. What else could be RR? Right? There's no way Ryushu would choose anything other than violence, right? Idiots. It's because the other options are pointless. Inquisitors... Okay, so yeah, it's everyone brought back to their Kanto 1 forms. Everyone's still like, Ryushu only cares about violence. When she's had scenes where she hasn't. Inquisitor's seen us. We're already under suspicion. She will doubtlessly try to stop us if we flee now. So talk first, lower her guard, then attack. Pretty sure that's not what Amiya meant. Well, if she's already onto us, then we shouldn't give her any excuse to attack us by running away. Hello. I was wondering what you were doing there, lurking in the background. A clock-shaped head? Are you from the Columbian Union? The Columbian Union? Dante is Colombian confirmed? Shout out to all my viewers from Colombia. I don't know if I have any, but like, shout out, shout out. Dante is Colombian now. It's canon. It's canon. It literally is canon. Dante is Colombian. They're wearing a clock for a head due to reasons, but they have nothing to do with the Colombian Union. What's the Colombian Union? TikTok, what? Which language are they speaking? Regardless of whether you're from Colombia or not. Colombia! You're clearly not from Iberia, let alone this village. If I remember correctly, the Colombian Union is basically the USA. Oh, interesting. Nah, Dante's Colombian confirmed. You're not wrong, but I think there's been a bit of misunderstanding. I'm quite certain you don't know enough about these villagers to stand between them and an Inquisitor. How long have you been staying here? 2 days? Buddy, don't just tell her that. 2 days? Alright, enough of this chicanery. Get out of my way, outsider. The attempt appears to have been made on quite the unstable ground. Please lend us your ear for a minute, Inquisitor. I am Amia, leader of Rhodes Islands. Yes, I am aware of Iberia's closed border situation. I felt hope swelling within me as Amia began with confidence, unlike Sinclair. Alas, it was short-lived. Thanks to the Inquisitor's quick retort, I couldn't help but place my palm against my forehead at the exchange that followed. Forehead? The mark? Dante palm theory? Oh no. Good job, Sinclair. Sinclair might not be the speaker that he's the speaker that steps up. Oh, so not only are we dealing with outsiders of dubious origin, we have illegal entry as well? We had to, because the issue demands urgency, and I've been briefed. Brazenly crossed the border, didn't you? Colon 3 face again! I don't know how urgent that issue could be, but I doubt it's anything more significant than the situation at hand for Iberia and its Inquisition. They're having an ethnic cleansing? That's why no one else is allowed in? What the heck? The High Inquisitor is handling the Rhodes Island issue. Stay put and await the consequences while he and that chatty med doctor of yours talk it out. Do know that your treatment may depend on her negotiation skills. Who? The med doctor? Yeah. Med doctor. I thought the doctor was the... Oh no! Kal'tsit. Kal'tsit. Yeah, Kal'tsit. As for the village chief, I understand you have the right to arrest him, as he is a fugitive who has fled in the middle of an interrogation and has been sailing with the pirates. Don't say, but please let him free. Say, please let everyone else free. However, it is an inhuman treatment to arrest the Yay! Thank you. You've actually started your argument on a defendable piece of, like, ground. Instead of just being like, yeah, but can you let him free, please? Dude, I feel like there are so many discussions and arguments and, like, stuff like that in, like, narratives and stories and, like, games and stuff like, and movies and TV shows, all the pieces of fiction and books, that, like, dude, if you just started your argument from a more solid place of ground instead of asking for something insane, you wouldn't have the person just say no. Because think about it. Ideally, we would get everyone free, including the grandfather guy. But if we don't, then everyone goes to jail. If we can get the people that are actually innocent free, that should be your main goal. And then after you've secured their safety, then you can, like, negotiate further. Inhuman? This decision was well within the rights bestowed upon the Inquisition. They've lived for years right next to that highly suspicious Ager. The Inquisition must investigate the rest of them as well to verify whether they have committed any acts of treason against our laws. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Listen, they have been surviving for years upon years by the coast without the protection of the Inquisition, and that simply cannot make sense. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is very much not, like, Nagel und Hammer Inquisition levels. I've not played Arknights, so I don't know the full context, but, like, this is kind of fair. Like, this is a little fair. Known pirate, evading the law for multiple years. You're not arresting these people. Well, you are temporarily arresting these people, but you're bringing them in for questioning. That's, like, if she is truly just bringing them in for questioning, that's not, like, that crazy. Wait, Amia's shorter than Dawn? Wait, yeah, you're so right. They said the Inquisitor was the same height as Dawn, which means Amia is, like, half a head shorter than Dawn. Wait, what? Look at how short Amia is. Remember, they're saying the Inquisitor is the same height as Dawn. Wait, Amia is shorter. Dude, Amia is literally 3 ketchup packets tall. Oi, I think we've had enough from you. Ain't it funny how you're blaming them for what is essentially a failure of your responsibilities? And now, you roll up in here, only to go, they shouldn't be alive. I'm arresting them all? What are you saying, these people should all be dead or something? I am. There is no other way to cut it. People simply shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this. Not for this long. The Inquisitor's reply only seemed to fan Heathcliff's wrath as he lifted his bat and began striding forward. Bam bam boom, bam bam boom, bam bam. True hammer of justice, more like bat of justice. Ha! That's it. Lass, have you even so much as touched the tip of a single villager's hair? Please calm yourself, Heathcliff. But Hong Lu stepped in between them. Get your bloody hands off me! I've had enough of her! Continuing to threaten her will cause something irrevocably bad to happen. I believe you know that yourself, Heathcliff. What do you suggest, then? We're clearly not making any progress by trying to talk this out. Shut up, Heath, you're gonna get us killed? Yeah, but he's, like, based about it. What if this is before Canto 6? Why Heath got his Remember Bat? Lazy? This doesn't take place before Canto 6. This is accessible before Canto 6. ... Excuse me, Miss Inquisitor. What do you mean that people shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this? I mean it literally. Even by some miracle that they actually do survive, they should at least be suffering from endless hunger, struggling to their wits' end at the inevitability of the calamity. But they look too healthy. The heck? Then shouldn't you be applauding them for managing to survive through so much hardship? No, the sinners haven't caught on yet because they're still their Canto 1 forms, narrative-wise, but, like, no, she's making sense. I'm picking up what she's putting down. I think they should be taken in for questioning. Again, hopefully they get good treatment, but, like, what if they're all nothing there? What if they're all nothing there? I am an Inquisitor. My name is Inquisitor. I enforced the Inquisition. It was difficult to figure out how these people survived, or something like that. I'm not some crazy person on a power high who goes around acousting and arresting civilians of Iberia straight to the gallows, okay? I have more than enough probable cause to take them in for interrogation. It's just that I don't have the time or the energy to explain every single one of them to you outsiders. I promise them a fair judgment, whichever way that may be, after a proper investigation. Honestly, that's kind of fair. That's kind of fair. She's not that, like, that's not that unfair. Yeah, we were exploring an L-Corp branch in, L-Corp Remnant in, H-Corp, and then we got sucked in by an abnormality. They made sure to emphasize that a lot. So stop it with this obstruction of justice! The Inquisitor brandished her rapier, threateningly, her voice shaking with frustration. Dante. Without the full picture of the circumstances, Faust advised against further antagonization of a local political authority. I agree with Faust. I get the feeling that she isn't the kind of heartless Inquisitor that goes around indiscriminately executing innocents, like Miss Mayers told us about earlier. So you're saying that Miss Mayers may have lied? I don't think she's anything like the Inquisitors of N-Corp we saw back at Cowl. Hold up, Hong Lu's telling us this, so it must be true. Wait a second. Mayers might be lying. I'm sus of Mayers, chat. I'm so sus of Mayers. They were right. We didn't have the full picture of the circumstances. Getting in the way of an Inquisitor, who was clearly a rather significant political entity in the area, was most likely a bad idea. It isn't the Inquisitor's job to answer your questions. Okay, well, you could just clear up information. Continue to obstruct me, then, as the standoff was showing no signs of ending. Dawn! It's dawn time. I know what's gonna happen. Miss Mayers? Never mind, it's Miss Mayers' time. I can answer your questions, so for now, let's do as the Inquisitor says. Again, she's very willing to throw all of her family, quote-quote, under the bus. More fair legal system than the entire city? True! Unironically, this is, like, the most fair legal system ever. They should be like, oh, wait, you're gonna question them first? Oh, heck yeah, you guys do that. Mayers, who has been hiding behind us ever since we returned to the village, suddenly stepped forward. Yet what of thy grandfather and the villagers? It's alright. I'm sure this is only happening because the Inquisitor doesn't know. Doesn't know what? Does she know? She doesn't know? The Inquisitor doesn't know. Uh-oh. What do you mean you'll answer the questions? What do you mean she doesn't know? Because I don't know either. About the profound silence. Mayor's response to Otis was but a single concept. What are we talking about? What's the profound silence? Huh? I didn't quite grasp its significance, but it seemed to surprise the Inquisitor. That's what they call the calamity that destroyed Iberia. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Hey, maybe Mayors, you shouldn't have revealed yourself and we could have just left. The Inquisitor knows who we are, what we've done. It's like, don't obstruct justice anymore. It's like, okay, we're gonna go on the boat. Mayors, take us to the place. Spinning clock. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's a, like, really fair legal system by city standards. Like, what, like, you get questioned? They're not even being, like, fully arrested? Like, what are we talking about?
착수.
Or whatever he said. They will explain it soon. You! Decades ago, a great wave ravaged... Decades ago? Wait, you come from a society with no books. You come from a society with no books. You're saying decades ago? Are you decades old? Hold up, chat, hold up. I'm seeing through the veil. I'm seeing through her illusions. Her lies, her deceit. Otis might have been cooking when she said the only reason a Seaborn would want to learn a language is to either communicate or to deceive. Hold up, hold up. It wasn't long before the Seaborn, carried by the waves, diminished Iberia's brilliant civilization to this. Well, I assume inland is probably a little bit better, but... because the wave would, like, slowly lose mass. The waves, the profound silence, then, must have reduced the village to its current state as well. Is there any reason it's called the profound silence? It doesn't seem to be the most appropriate moniker for a calamity like that. It's because the sea went dead silent before the waves came. The silence then claimed ships out at sea, then the cities of Iberia, then the Iberians. Oh no. No one could say a word in face of ineffable calamity. Wait, chat! Remember how she said, like, they have no books here? They have no books? They have no stories? I don't think she was referring to the humans. I think she was referring to the Seaborn. The Seaborn don't have books. She doesn't have books. What are you? Exactly, she's a Seaborn! No average Iberian citizen should be privy to any of the information you're sharing. And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing on the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. They pretend to be Aegir from the sea. What? Pretend to be Aegir from the sea? Delude the citizenry of Iberia, and are sowing chaos in her lands. So that's why they're arresting the Aegir left and right. I can see the thought process, but, So, it's understandable why the Inquisitor would want to arrest us. Us. Dante. Everyone's like immediately silent. He's like, Dante, step away from Mayors. Everyone, we're gonna take a few steps back. We're gonna walk. This isn't good. Sharing that seems to have been some kind of a taboo-like thing for the Inquisition. The Inquisitor wordlessly stared at Mayors. Well, it's not a taboo to share that information. It's just the Inquisitor is calculating in her brain. She's thinking about it. She's like, wait, the only way this child Iberian would know about this is if... Wait. What? Child Aegir would know about the profound silence is... Wait, there is no way that a child Aegir would know. Wait a second. Her eyes were filled with traces of anger and confusion, but she's afraid. There was a fear in the face of a threat. Yeah, if I was the Inquisitor, I'd run. Not the fear of the terrified, no, it's the fear of someone who's suddenly confronted with something they must destroy. True! Wait a second. The Seaborn that can talk. The High Inquisitor once told me that, should I come across an Aegir who knows too much, there is a sliver of a chance that they may be of assistance to Iberia. Cease! Thou art threatening the innocent with thy brandishing of the firearm! Dawn, you've not caught on yet. You've not caught on. Think about it. Think about what she said. I think mayors might be the Seaborn. But most are seduced by the allure of the sea. All I'm saying, if the Inquisitor says right now, hey, you're a Seaborn, I guarantee you we would not have to fight her like we're going to in a few seconds. Thus, they are, with little doubt, our foes. I've got a bad feeling about this. Dante Marvel quip, let's go! I've got a bad feeling about this. Get out of my way, outsiders. Final warning. Run! Quick on the uptake as always. Rhodia slugs Mayors over her shoulder and runs past the villager. Rhodia's kidnapping child technique. Go! While the sinners scattered in all directions to distract the Inquisitor. Yo! Dawn! All the other sinners run! But then, out of nowhere! Let's go! The Inquisitor draws her firearm. And in the midst of all that action, Don Quixote rushed towards the Inquisitor without a moment's hesitation! Don Quixote, thou shalt go no further! I, a fixer of justice, shan't abide by as thou persecute them! Forsooth, 'tis a battle delayed, not avoided! This clash is inevitable! ... Let's go! In that moment of crisis, seconds before this could irrevocably make us a new enemy. Mast3r? Yo, they're talking to me? They're talking to my, like, cousin or something? Mast3r. I think you mispronounced my name. It's actually Mast3r. M-A-S-T-3-R. The T is before the 3, and then there's an M. There's the N is an S, but, like, that's close enough. Oh! Mast3r. Yo! That's Kal'tsit. That's Kal'tsit, chat. Also, it's trying to Aura-Mog Dawn. Look at this. It's trying to Aura-Mog Dawn. A large obsidian crystallization in the shape of a monster burst forth between the two of them. Gah! Who is it this time? It's Kal'tsit. That's enough meaningless bickering. Hello, Kal'tsit. How's it going? Dude, I thought a spider landed on me. It was just one of my hairs. I was terrified. Away immediately. Smash. Oh no. Rhodes Island. Dr. Kal'tsit! Do you know her? Yes, she's Dr. Kal'tsit. Rhode Island's medical department's... Ah! Dr. Kal'tsit! Behind you! Uh-oh. Grrr! Yeah! Grrr! Shoot first, talk later, is it? We already talked! The negotiations are over. From this moment onwards, Rhode Islands is operating within legal capacity on Iberian territory under the Inquisition's authorization. The Inquisitor fired a blast of that firearm-looking weapon, but the monster summoned by Kal'tsit managed to deflect it. Mast3r Zak! True! Welcome back, Cheeky! Just in time for Mast3r Zak! And the cannonball thrown from the weapon punched clear through the wall of the building we stayed the night in, before punching through several other buildings behind it. That was enough to instantly freeze the sinners and the villagers on the spot. Didn't freeze Don Quixote! Dude, she's goated. She literally goated. That penetrated a building. though their walls may be weaker than the head's standard for what counts as a building's exterior wall, to punch through so many is... what a precise point it makes. Now's not the time to stand around impressed! It is a violation of a taboo to have that much penetrative power in a firearm. Really? That's a lame taboo, Lamau. You can't have a bullet that's too strong. That's why they put bullets in, like, their swords! Oh! I literally yelled at the screen at Mast3r Zak, I deserve this? True! True! Cheeky, have you found your way out of the store? Many points about Don Quixote have been made. We're not in the city. Don't lose your heads over this. Taboos don't apply here. My head knows that to be true, yet my heart finds it difficult to be still. Yi-Sang is like, uh-oh, the head's gonna be here! The head's gonna be here! The head's gonna be here! The claw. They're just gonna sneak up and go, brrring. That is enough of that discussion for now. It is advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand instead of deliberating on a taboo in the jurisdiction which does not reach this far. Yeah, so the situation's gotten slightly better, right? No, I'm in the car. I'm in me mom's car. Vroom vroom. Get out me car. Aww. I came from Mast3r Zak. True. The situation's gotten slightly better, right? If she's Amiya's friend, then she's our ally. Besides, she's got some super powerful looking prosthetic gear looking thing, too? Is that what you think? I apologize for the disappointment, but I am not on anyone's side. In other words, your particular denomination of ally might not be correct. However, if I must define my allegiance, then let me inform you that the closest label would be that I am Inquisitor Irene's ally. Okay. Dr. Kaltsit. Amiya. Outsiders. As much as you would like to deny it, the Inquisitor's suspicions are true. That's what I'm saying! Mayor's is nothing there! Mayor's is nothing there! Chat. If the city didn't have gun taboos, the population would go extinct so fast. True. Dude, this is literally nothing there. Mayor's is nothing there. Mayor's is a Seaborn. While it can be said that the process by which she reached that conclusion was unfair, the conclusion itself is without a doubt correct. So they're actually connected to the Church of the Deep? That is one way to put it. To be more precise, they aren't connected to the Church of the Deep. They are the Church of the Deep. Perhaps the village itself is a dilapidated church of their congregation. Okay, so it's not the full church, but it's like one of their sects. Okay. Our village? A church? Just look at our buildings. Where would we even congregate? Your thoughts, Faust? There are not many resources by which we may analyze the decision. However, the fact that Amiya's colleague has made the same argument as the Inquisitor brings the accused defense into question. Yet, I can hardly believe that young Mayers is lying to us. Oh no. Oh no. We did get Peek's Dawn CG art, though, of her running towards a villain that can easily be replaced with anyone else. Hold on. You've been chatting plenty with that Inquisition or whatever. How do we know you weren't aligned with them the whole time? I see. You really are all entirely in the dark. An expected outcome, given that all of you may be from a place far beyond the dimensional door. As fortune should have it, there is no need for you to know it anyways. Truth is truth, unchanging, without the acceptance from an errant group of outsiders. Besides, soon... I'm sorry it seems that we've mired you in this trouble. Ah, say no such thing. We shall not abide by one such injustice. It is perpetrated before our eyes. Aw, she's sad. This is the closest Otis has ever gotten to being right, and it's awful. True. Otis being like racism, and then it being racism. True. She did say they either communicate or deceive. Which is stupid, because deception is a form of communication. The village has already been identified by the Inquisition, and the Inquisition has even brought an ally. It seems quite unlikely that words shall resolve this conflict. But we promise you, we will take responsibility for what is done. We have benefited far too much from your warmth and kindness not to do so. Take responsibility? Something that Jimbo from Mouthwashing could never do? The village chief, with a benevolent look, pulls a dagger from his cloth. And immediately knew what Kaltsit was about to say. Take responsibility? You don't have to go that Sinclair, I get that you have the past, but like you probably shouldn't be saying that. Like you probably should. That is an unfortunate enunciation that I will not be saying aloud. Wait, no, literally he did the exact same thing that Jimbo from Mouthwashing did. He's like, I need to take responsibility. And by taking responsibility, I mean kill myself. Oh no. Blimey! Wait, who was stabbed? Who was just stabbed? Become our bloodkin? Buddy, we already got a bloodkin here. A second bloodkin. Named Sancho. He can reclaim it? I know he can. It's just that, like, maybe he's, like, going to a different, like, dimension. Like, maybe they don't, like, they're not like that. I don't know. You shouldn't just... Oh, no. Who did he stab, by the way? Who the heck was even stabbed? It wasn't him. We are now departing for the sea. Yes, as we cannot bring ourselves to leave you here, I must ask you join us for this journey. Become our bloodkin. Dude, we already have bloodkins. What are you doing? Stop! The unanticipated, or perhaps I was simply in denial of this rising danger. Ambush did not end there. Ugh! Oh! The villagers are killing the sinners! Become our bloodfellow. Oh no. Who do you think? I thought it was he was stabbing himself, but then no, it's each of the people are behind. Yeah. Darn it, the Inquisitor was right! Dude, this guy would stab Mersalt with a dagger, and Mersalt would just, like, look at him, look down at the dagger, look back at him. The guy from the Church of the Deep would stab him a bunch of times again, and Mersalt would be like, you're doing it improperly. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Takes knife out of chest, stabs guy. The villagers suddenly began shanking the sinners with weapons they had concealed in their clothes. And it seemed that they were coming for me as well. Ah! Amia, on your left! Amia materialized a black ribbon-like apparition, parrying away a dagger, flying in my direction. Yo! Mersalt is still mewing? True. Top 3 times Limbus Company was almost eradicated for some reason. True! It's literally happened twice right now. The other Seaborn also were like, we should start targeting Dante. But another villager rushed in, taking advantage of the opening. Grr! The charging villagers' back made a visceral crunching noise. Someone flung them away. Didn't mean to be this late. Skibidi! Skibidi's here, chat! Let's go! Shout out Skibidi! Skibidi, let me catch you up to speed. I know the situation. This fishy smell was what I went to investigate earlier. What about the sinners? Unlike Amia and I, who managed to survive the initial ambush, the sinners weren't doing so well. At least we had a silver lining in that the Inquisitor and Kal'tsit quickly understanding of the situation and subsequent retaliation led the villagers away from the sinners. How? I didn't notice any hostility or aggression. What an odd thing to say. Why would we hold any animosity against you? Why would we intend to kill you? We are not trying to hurt you. We are simply trying to give you a form better suited for the sea. They're trying to cut gills into the sinners? What the heck? Yeah, buddy. All I'm saying, I know this event is, like, based on the Kanto 1 sinners, so they're not gonna have her do it. But, dude, if you tried dragging Don Quixote into the sea, buddy, you're gonna see what they really mean by blood fiend. Buddy, you try dragging Dawn into the sea, the shoes are coming off. The shoes are coming off. She's not even gonna need to take them off. Like, they're just gonna disappear. That's crazy. Kim Ji-hoon loves Arknights so much that, whoo! It's funny because Hoshi said she was bland, but after Mayor's, Skibidi is my favorite so far. True! Skibidi, my friend. Until we were obstructed. Sans Undertale! What? He's got the Sans. I forgot what Sans' theme was for a second. I literally... Battle Against the True Hero is so ingrained in my, like, very being that I forgot what Megalovania was. How much did you miss? A decent amount. We're not too far in, though. We're, like, halfway. We were obstructed. Dude, literally... This is just the Indigo Elder if he was younger. The Indigo Elder also has blue eyes, right? I apologize for our unfamiliarity has caused you trouble, Inquisitor. I won't make a big stink about what happened. What's truly unforgivable is that the heretics tried to take advantage of the ignorance of outsiders to flee the Inquisition. The Inquisition is actually, like, not that bad. Like, hold on. Like, that's a crazy thing to say, but, like... Like, it's unforgivable that these people tried to, like, take advantage of ignorance. They're chill. This is not like Cromer at all. The evil Cromer, be like. And even if you are outsiders, any lives lost on Iberian soil are my responsibility. It's my fault. I'm sorry it came to this. You could have just explained this a lot better. Huh? Wait, lives lost? We're still alive, you know. We can shake off a stab wound like... This is most unfortunate, outsider. Uh-huh? What? Your friends are either going to die or turn into Seaborns. Yeah, we can reverse that. We can reverse distortions, Lamau. The daggers that stabbed them were laced with the flesh of sea terrors. Wait! I'm sorry! If you get touched by the flesh of a sea terror, you turned into a sea terror? So it's like zombie logic? That's crazy. Anyway, Kim Ji-hoon loves Arknights so much, he made every Arknights entity smarter than every enemy the sinners have faced so far. True. Honglu famously put my buddy in the flood room for no reason. True. Honglu already did that to her. Yeah, but, like, again, the Honglu's her, like, friend, at least. They laced it. Oh, no. Eating seaborn flesh is one example. Oh. Nothing there, hive mind cult that can convert you into them. It's like if Nothing There and Censored fused. I was gonna say it's like Nothing There and Censored had a baby, but we don't want to talk about Censored having babies. Uh-oh. Once that happens, most die, and the survivors become overwritten by their cells, becoming nothing more than another sea monster. Oh, so it's like getting a stand, but like worse, because you don't even get like cool powers, you just become like a slug. What? That's not a very big deal? Yeah, exactly, that's what I was saying! Everyone was acting like this was it for the sinners, but hey, I should be able to deal with this by turning the clock. It's not that bad. Yeah, we can undistort somebody, we can like, dude, it's... My only concern was that I didn't know what would happen if I tried to bring them back after they're fully transformed into Seaborns. True, yeah. It's that simple. The Golden Bow helped deal with the whale's politification effects, but I had no idea how it would interact with the Seaborn transformations. The Seaborn are literally a whale, by the way, chat. The Seaborns are literally like whales and mermaids. This is literally Kanto 5, chat. This is Kanto 5, just with less, like, lesbian romance. Less Yuri. Having babies is all Censored does? Yeah, but, like, I know that, like, Nothing There is evil, but even I'm not gonna put them in the Censored room. We should just kill them before they turn. I know this must be very hard for you, but for... What? Sorry to bother you with this, but can you kill my friends? And, preferably in the least painful way you know how? I keep forgetting that Dante feels their pain. True. Oh, sorry. Was the last part kind of too much to ask? Wait, don't give up already. If we bring them back to Rhodes Island, we should be able to do something to help them. How should I explain this? Guys, can you? True! We are at the point where we're so goated that we haven't had a single sinner die once. This makes sense. Finally, someone questioning the sinners being brought back to life that's not just like, oh, you're breaking a taboo of the head. And not just like, wait, that's kind of goated. Whales have to eat you to transform you into mermaids? Yeah, it's like the reverse. Dante is so smug. These idiot Arknight characters don't even know I can do this hyper-specific thing. Let me condescend them about it. True. Dante, I know what you mean, but I just can't right now. My strength has rapidly deteriorated since the ambush. It's kind of tingly too, so maybe they use some kind of paralytic cocktail? How did Hong Lu not lock in the second someone tried to stab him? He literally has training that, like, if someone's, like, deceiving you and then tries to stab you to stop it. Just trust me this one time. I can assure you that I'm not just giving up on them. What if your powers don't work in this world, Dante? Your powers are connected to a star, for Pete's sake. What if the stars in the sky are different? What if you don't got the same constellations? But, Anya, can you understand the outsider's speech? Yes, it's just that they're making a pretty difficult request. They want me to kill all of their friends before they transform into Seaborns. Okay! My goat Skibidi! My goat Skibidi! She's just like, yeah, that makes sense. Wrong Dante pronoun, statement invalid. Oh, not me. Okay, I was like, I don't think I used the wrong pronoun. I'll write something up later, now that you've hyped it up too much. True. I'm right, Dante thinks every Arknights character is stupid. Oh no. I mean, I feel like if you're in a situation where your entire worldview and, like, the world you live in, the rules that govern it, are, like, flipped on its head, and, like, the things that have come to become so natural to you by living in the city, and then people not having those things, it would be kind of like, is this person stupid? Like when everyone was like, whoa, they're gonna break a taboo by shooting a cannonball, uh-oh. And it's like, wait a second, yeah, this world doesn't have a taboo. Like they were about to lecture the Inquisitioner that just shot at them. They're gonna be like, hey, you can't do that, that's a taboo. Foscord still works, and the sinners can still understand Dante. Foscord does not still work at full capacity. It barely works. Foss has said that Foscord is barely working right now. So there is some disconnect. And before we even knew it, Skibidi had already decapitated the sinners, none of whom resisted. Amiya seemed to have been taken aback by how fast Skibidi jumped into action. What are you doing? Skibidi! Skibidi bop bop bop, yes. Oh no. Don't let this spook you. This is just how we roll. Gosh, Dante with the Marvel dialogue. The clock turns. The decapitated heads crept towards the headless torso, connecting with threads of blood. The sensation is that of reversal. It feels as though the sinners and I are severed from the rest of the world, rewinding in isolation. Is this rewinding us going back in time, or are we defying the concept itself? True, it is time-related, though, because it's not a taboo of the head, and we got in trouble with T-Corp, not because we rewound the sinners, but because we activated the superlation. This pain is multifold worse than the sensation of a straightforward decapitation. The pain is in the heart. Hey, Dante, if you feel all the pain the sinners do, what if by them being stabbed by these daggers, you also become a Seaborn? Have you ever considered that? Considering the Seaborns have, like, a hive mind? It's against their culture. True. Me when it's against my culture to have a really big cannonball. That's not allowed in my culture. You can't have a really big cannonball. Cheeky with the Arknight slander since earlier. True. As the current of death reverses, I said... The current. Okay, so it's a river. It's a river. Hold up. It's very few and far in between that we have Dante explain themselves how the like wind back feature works. So every time it's explained, it's always important to like look at key details. Not only does Dante feel the pain, Dante feels the pain in reverse, notably, and also the current of death. So it's like the river Styx or the Nile. No, the Nile's a real place. Never mind. Deep, crushing isolation. ... Their wounds are disappearing. Resurrection. Metemphysicosis, or time reversal? Resurrection, metaphysicosis, or time reversal? Puzzling. I had no knowledge with which to interpret this technology. The cost seems to be the pain is transferred to whoever rewinds. But that seems too small a price for such great power, though the discussion of whether this can be categorized as power should be explored later. Hold up! The price seems too small? What are we implying? What are we implying? There's a secret hidden cost to Dante's time reversals? Oh wait, doesn't it do something like wacky to the mirror worlds? Isn't it like it doesn't revive the sinners, it just brings like a mirror world version of them over? What if that's what it is? What if if your sinners die, they're dead forever? And you just get a different, like, version of the sinners? Metemphysicosis is your favorite word in the world. I got hyped. You're lying, Cheeky. It's just because I can't pronounce it. Fun fact, your Aunt Linda's dog bit me while you were trying to keep them inside because they accidentally got out while you were saying hi to puppies. Don't worry, no blood, just a minor scar, maybe? Oh, I'm sorry. Dogs are terrifying. It just makes Dante feel all the pain? Yeah, but it seems the price is too small. That implies there's something else. ... I couldn't stop shaking. All of my limbs were trembling from the icy solitude. Still, it took a moment to collect myself and ordered the sinners. What do you mean, icy solitude? Why is it icy all of a sudden? Wait, were the sinners gonna go into Arknights heaven? Or Arknights hell? Were the sinners gonna get transported to the afterlife of the Arknights characters? Wait, that'd be so funny. Hold up. Whoa! Whoa! Look at this! Hold up. This is a crazy scene. First of all of them are aura farming. Except for Otis. She's not aura farming that much. Marsault aura farming. Rhodia absolutely aura farming. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? And then look at Dawn. The absolute, like, she's gone like demon mode. She's gotten a taste of blood and she's very happy about that. Dude, the aura in this scene. The aura. Can someone please give me that? Oh, I'm downloading this off of the Limbus.gg wiki immediately. This is insane aura. If only it was like the full thing. If only the scene didn't cut off here. If only we got a full thing of Dawn. Because the only way I'm going to be able to use this in a thumbnail is if she's at the corner of the screen. Look at Dawn. She's looking nuts. She looks crazy. She's gone demon mode. Obsessed with how he instantly zeroed in on Dawn. Are you seeing Dawn, Cheeky? She looked crazy. She's going crazy mode. Hold up. That is... I've never seen... I was gonna say I've never seen Dawn make this, but I've never seen Dawn or Sancho make this face. This is a completely unique face. This is a completely new expression of emotion that Dawn is experiencing. I don't know just what they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking. Stabbing my sinners, but now I have to rewind the clock to bring them back. Who's the Alaster looking one? Who's Alaster? Dawn's having so much fun in Arknights. True, she had people actually willing to listen to her stories. She got to like have her like, I shall fight the villains moment, and now she's getting fed a little bit of blood. I don't know who Alaster is. I don't know why, but I'm happy for her. I think it's just Project Moon wrote out the, like, whole Blood Fiend drama bit. Except they still included it a little, because they can't say it, like, explicitly. You know what I think the reason is? I think because Kim Ji-hoon also agrees that Kanto 7 is the best Kanto, and he wants to create this aura of, like, ambiguity and mystery surrounding Dawn. I think that's the reason, because this event is able to be accessed by new players immediately. So yeah. Alastair from Hazbin Hotel. I've never... I was gonna say played Hazbin Hotel. I've never watched Hazbin Hotel, so I don't know which one that is, but yeah. Hello, Carmen. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you today? Heathcliff looks like a sad, wet cat. Where is Heathcliff in this scene? What are you talking about? Heathcliff's not here. Oh, the red guy is Dante? Plagius! Oh, no, Plagius, you're answering the question. I thought you were, like, coming to a realization. I was like, what? Yeah, this is Dante. I don't know who we're looking at, by the way. Who is this? Who the heck is this character? I think it's one of the villagers, but it's just very strange. I just don't know what they were thinking, but we should be able to find out once we take them down. Dude, this scene has so much aura in it. Like, not only is this Dawn image good, but, like, rare, actually goated Rhodia image. Rare, like, I could put this in thumbnail as a standalone image, and with, like, the caption, like, nah, I'd win. Like, look at this. This has insane aura. You dare deceive the executive manager and try to take their life? Prepare thyself, for thou shalt now pay the price for making a mockery of justice! Dude, this is even like an Evil Dawn speech. Hold up. Prepare thyself! Oh no. She's gonna have fun. She's gonna have fun. She now knows who the villains are. She's no longer confused. She's found the villains. Yeah, we can't just let this slide, you know? True! Rhodia as well! They pretended to be like poor homeless people that they needed to be saved, like she's so used to. Prepare thyself! True! The hair is Heath. Oh, the hair is Heathcliff? Why is he wearing... Oh, yeah, Heathcliff does wear right. Well, yeah, Heathcliff is just here, Lamau. Oh, no. How unfortunate. I had high hopes that all of you would become fine bloodkins. Buddy, you gotta stop saying that word. You gotta stop saying bloodkins. She's about to go Sancho mode. Dude, if this was actually a genuinely they were allowed to be post Kanto 7 and, like, let her cook, all I'm saying. Dude, we've got so much Dawn aura farming here. The image of Dawn just, like, running out to, like, face a foe. Whoa! They got 8. True! Swift Cultist of the Deep. They're just nervous impairment. Impose diversion. If this unit does not take damage, gain 2 haste. Okay, just normal panic effects. What about Fabius? Oh, we don't know what he does. We just don't know. Gain 5 Sea Terror Assimilation. Okay. If an ally has 5 stacks of this effect, escape battlefield. We don't want him to escape. Inflict sinking. Fixed panic. Nervous impairment. Dip blade. Well, you know what? They don't actually have that much health. This is 600, 100, 100. We're just gonna slaughter you, Lamau. Win rate time. Oh, you block. Gain 50 shield. If this unit has shield remaining, gain attack power up. I think that's fine. You can attack power up all you want. We're gonna kill you. Value Eye is so sensory overload. What's going on? Why are there so many lines and icons? You can disable some of the lines, but yeah. It's just one of those things you gotta learn. Sea vampires would be good as the deep sea doesn't have light. Vampires can't, like, go on water or whatever. They need to, like, be transported. Something with, like, Nosferatu has to transport the dirt There's something with like dirt and vampires. You have to be on like the soil that you died in or something like that. But I guess that is just like European Nosferatu, like Germanic vampires. So there could be other ones. But yeah. The issue is that rays of sunlight do hit the deep ocean. Or hit the ocean. And also like there's a bunch of pressure. And also you can't really drink blood. Most things don't really have that. Down there. Yeah. Alright, this guy's attacking Dawn. Can you hit somebody? Why are you unopposed? Why is Dawn unopposed? Hello? Why are you struggling? Here, Dawn, go here. These two people are unopposed? I guess... Wait, we're doing this completely wrong. Win rate is literally failing us. These people have 4 speed, you have 5 speed, you clash here, you have less speed, and you have less speed. It's easy. Pretty sure there's a thing, vampires are weak to running water. Otis is fumbling? True. In Dracula, it says that he can't cross running water. Oh, okay. I will say, I constantly forget that the Sinners, like, IDs are, like, canon, like, really weak. Because, like, dude, we could just slaughter these people. These malnourished, random, like, people living in abandoned ruins. Like, what are you talking about? Just a single ego activation in the canon of, like, the Project Moon universe would be enough to take these people out. Like, I'm just saying. If the battles were scaled properly, a single activation of ego would be able to kill every one of these people. Sinking and paralyzed. You guys are greedy. What the heck? Aw, oh, Yuseng didn't hit his coins. Win rate messes you up in fights? Yeah, I know. But it's just so nice to just press the button and forget about my worries. Alright, Honglu, do you have enough SP? Yeah, I think... Nah. I want you to hit the 50-50 on this guy. Well, there's an issue. Okay. No, you gotta hit the 50-50 on this guy. Those favored, neutral... unopposed, who are you hitting? You're hitting Gregor, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. And then you guys hit this. Yeah. Coins? Coins like from Ultra Kill? True. Oh, also, Trace, you can disable the arrows. Or enable only one arrow at a time. So there are ways to make the UIs more readable. But I like this, because I'm able to actually see everything that's happening at the same time. Not necessarily. The people from Terra are way stronger than humans. In Rainbow Six Siege collab, they showed how humans can barely even pull a crossbow made in Terra. Yeah, but like ego, like if we get like an ego that like melts your brain and like activates like the flame barrier, it's like, ah! Never mind, he's like a Lovecraftian horror. I'm completely mistaken. I didn't realize 666. Never mind, chat. He's literally Lovecraftian. I take back everything I've said. We're scared of this guy. We're scared of this guy. This guy's a Lovecraftian horror. We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him. Uh-oh. Top 5. Top 5. Alright, you're unopposed. Hit this guy instead. You got this, we got this, we got this. They are called Seaborn and not Humanborn. I didn't think these people were the Seaborn. I thought they were just cultists of the deep. But I guess it does make sense that they turned themselves into Seaborn. I thought the Seaborn were just like the little, like, dog type thing. Let's go. Easy. United Will. Uh-oh. I hope we get a sprite of him with, like, just the tentacles. And it's not just, like, a battle sprite. Also, Gregor's staggered Lamau. Oh, nice! He doesn't call reinforcements! Okay, this is gonna be easy then. Bro, what? Why is he just T-posing in his attack art? Bro, trying to aura farm? Anyways, let's kill some of these people. Dawn, you can go here. Otis, you can go here. There we go. Hello, Sauce Disco. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you today? Let's go. 32. Easy. Ugh. Why does he get unbreakable coins? He doesn't even exist in a world where unbreakable coins are a thing. I watch your YouTube videos. Yo. Very cool. Just joining in to chill. Very nice, very nice. Welcome, welcome. Hey, thank you for following. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, enjoy Limbus. Limbus Company. Oh no. Alright. We got this. Stagger and die. No. Oh, yes! He got the extra coin. Referring to cultists that transform themselves into Seaborn? Oh. They're referring to actual Seaborn in the talk? Cell injection? We gotta just kill this guy. I mean, it is, if we clash enough coins, we just do, because you got 6 bleed and only, like, 8 health. So I'm just gonna let Otis take care of it, I guess. And, like, if Otis gets, like, cell injected, I think that's fine. No, we should not clash that. It's gonna be clashed by itself. It's fine. Alright, anyways, this guy's the pusher. Oh, wait, we can see what his things are now. It's sinking coin power. Very nice, sinking coin power. And then this is, like, the scary one, which I don't really... It doesn't really seem to do anything. Like, if I'm... Oh! Call of the Bloodkin! Dude, this guy has gotta be, like, a 15th or, like, 27th Kindred in comparison to, like, an actual Blood Fiend. The Bloodkins? Oh, no. Yeah, bro, you're not him. You're not him. You were explaining contest? Ah. Alright, yeah. Environmental adaptation. Get Blood Fiended. Anyway, get dead. Skill issue. Be gone. Let's go. You're waiting for the season to change right now? True! The next season's gonna be goated. Ryushu's Kanto is gonna be insane. Alright. Anyways, now it's just like one turn. Oh, he staggered? Oh! Oh, we've got the Blood Fiend activation on, like, all of them except for Gregor? Oh, buddy. Oh, you don't know what's about to hit you. You know what, actually? You know what I want to see? Here, we can do an attack that I know won't kill it. And then what I want to do is I want to see what the I want to see what the egos do. Here, we're gonna just defend with literally everybody. And I want to see these egos in action. Because we haven't done that yet. Alright, let's do this. To remain oneself. Lamp lights? Dude, the Inquisitors had lamps. Yo! Yo! It gets a sword! It's so sick. Oh, those egos are so cool. That clashes for 10? Huh? It only clashes for 10? Uh-oh. Oh, I forget! The first wave of the ego does nothing! I forget, chat. I forget. It's literally just the second wave that does something. And I don't have enough pride. It's so over. Oh, no. Gregor needs 4 turns of ramp up? 4? He needs 4? His greed is unbelievable. You're saying this needs 4 turns to activate his ego? Actual immeasurable greed. Biblical greed over here. Bro needs 4 turns. What do you mean 4 turns? I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna win the battle anyways. We got to see Hong lose, which was cool. Yeah, I think, you know, I think it is kind of concerning if I was just a random, like, Seaborn in the Arknights universe, and I was up against these people, I stabbed them, and then they turn into Blood Fiends. Now, I don't know in this context what a Blood Fiend is, but, like, look at the Blood Fiends. Like, this thing, like, appears and, like, a blood staff. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe I should run away. Yeah. Oh, that thing, I wanted to make them my blood kin. I didn't realize I was messing with Blood Fiends. Oh, no. It's also the highest damage ego in the game? Oh. That makes sense, then. Nah, you can punch them and somehow they magic girl transform into a demon? True. Wait, I think they're heading to... He's running himself into a dead end. Are they seeking refuge at sea? Wait, that's where the ship is. That's where they're headed. They're trying to board the vessel, Masas. Wait, but we never told them that the ship was repaired, so how? Cause Mayor was speaking to them telepathically. Ain't it obvious? The whole village is in on it. It ain't a surprise that they'd send someone to spy on us, or they know a way to get the ship floating even in its broken state. Heathcliff is literally onto it. Someone to spy on us. Who was sent to spy on us? Vessel. Masas? Vessel Rebellion de las Masas. It's a ship. The ship is moored in a port in that direction. Wait, it can't be! Irene, who was preoccupied with battling the rest of the followers of the Church of the... Who's Irene? Oh, is Irene the Inquisitor? Kal'tsit said, I am a friend of Irene, and I was like, I don't know who that is, but Irene the Inquisitor, okay, I see. Battling the rest of the followers of the Church of the Deep, who were hiding, quickly gave chase. But Fabius and the villagers were already aboard the repaired ship, slowly departing the harbor, with a horde of sea terrors between us and them. Dude, the ship is gone, guys! Dude, we left the keys in the car, and we're like, wait, we left the keys in the car! And we run outside, and the car's already nowhere to be seen. They took that thing fast! How can a vessel of that size become operational this fast? The exterior, the name, it must be constructed during the golden age of Iberia. But how are we supposed to chase that? What if we built a raft and rode after them? True, what if we aura farmed like the Indigo Elder? We're not him though, Honglu, we're not him. Oh no. Kal'tsit said Inquisitor Irene ally. Oh, I know she said that, but I didn't realize that the Inquisitor we were talking to was Irene. I didn't gain the context. Mate, come on. Sea's full of sea terrors. It won't get very far before it sinks. Do you see something, Amiya? You keep looking in that direction. Dude, we're gonna get Deus Ex Machina'd by, like, the Arknights! We're gonna get the Rhode Island ship or something like that. Oh. The vessel Masa soon disappeared into the mist, and the village was left empty, with nay a sign of people ever having been there. Oh wait, never mind. As though this getaway had all been premeditated. ... Yeah, they abandoned their child. Or did they? Leaving only mayors. They just booked it. Now I'm kind of doubting if Mayors is a Seaborn, and, like, the one that could talk. Because, like, why wouldn't they take her with her? Or maybe they would. Level increased! This has literally not happened for so long. Also, this theme goes hard. Victory theme. The boat's gone. No. I do not want to make 10. I still have to do the whole thing. I can make this many though. But yeah. What if she had telepathy? Well, no, I know she has telepathy, but why didn't she run out and, like, go? Unless she's, like, the strongest of them and she's gonna, like, continue. She does. She was the spy. Three-way agreement. Huh? I thought we were gonna fight the things. Why do we have a story thing here? Darn it. Can't we just take any ship to go after it? Where's a ship? It's a research vessel. It can't possibly be very fast. This'll be difficult. Even if it is a research vessel, I'm sure it was constructed during the golden age of Iberia. No average ship can keep up with it. Ha, which is a problem, because I doubt we have any ship that can travel at the same speed. We only have a few small vessels left, which are all anchored too far from this location to be feasible options. Do we have any recourse? No, not unless we can identify that exact location of the vessel. I mean, all I'm saying, this doesn't really concern Limbus Company anymore. We just need a ship to get to the, like, portal thing. I've been gone for an hour and you've only gone by only a couple stages? I'm making good time for me. We're only 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. Never mind, it has been a while. Uh-oh. Which is the real problem. We can find ourselves a ship to go after them, yes, but most eyes of Iberia, the lighthouses, were lost during the profound silence. Wait, when you say most, do you mean that there's some left? Just one, as far as I know. The one in Gran Faro, but that lighthouse cannot be used at this moment. There's another. She's still on our side? There's a lighthouse you can use. Da-ding. Really? Are you really going to give one of the villagers the benefit of the doubt? Yet young Skadi hath already confirmed her to be safe. All I confirmed is whether she's a Seaborn or not. Can't know if she's a cultist. Oh, so she's not a Seaborn. No, she's just like a higher level Seaborn. She's the one Seaborn that's able to speak. Like, you had time to eat dinner and develop a migraine? Oh, no. 'Tis true, yet... Once we saw that Mayers was left all on her own, we decided to have her accompany us at all times to keep her within Irene's eyeshot. And keep her in Irene's eyeshot. More like scope shot. She's gonna, like, kill her at the second there's even a minuscule amount of possible cultist activity. We couldn't possibly blame her for what happened, given Skibbity's confirmation that she doesn't have anything to do with those sea monsters. Besides, they'd all left her behind. But Irene still seemed to harbor a bit of suspicion. That's fair. The problem with the Aegir is that she simply knows too much. Where could she possibly have gained all that information? See? She can't even answer that question. But let's think about it this way. What if we were to ask her what we don't know? The location of that lighthouse, for example. They're ticking rapidly. What did they say? Dante says that we should approach it differently and ask her what we don't know. Like the location of the lighthouse. That seems like a reasonable suggestion to me. Or does the Inquisitor have an alternative solution to this conundrum? No, but... Oh no. Fine, let's hear it. I won't interrogate you about how you have access to things even us Inquisitors don't know. At least not right now. Ferro Muerto, Dead Lighthouse, that's our village name. Somewhere, a little ways off from the coastline, there's an intact Eye of Iberia on the sea, though it was almost destroyed when the profound silence swept through. Off the coastline? It's not connected to the land? I think it used to be, until it sank. We should be able to procure ourselves enough wooden material from the village to build a raft. Dog! Kal'tsit, you literally teleported here. You're telling me we don't have, like, a boat? Is it near enough for a raft to be the means of access? The weather's not great today, but it should do. It's not very far from the coast. Dog, we are trusting Mayers way too much. Mayers could just literally betray us here. Even you? You're going to trust the Aegir? I don't see why I shouldn't. I understand that Iberian mistrust of Aegir is quite profound, yet such sentiment is hollow to the rest of us. Inquisitor Irene, what did you feel when you saw the Rhodes Islands operator? If you're talking about the Catus, nothing in particular, other than slight annoyance when she accused me of being inhuman. So, you didn't harbor any hostility, nor disgust. Not that you would have felt any sense of sympathy or empathy either. I thought. I have no history of feeling for or against the Aegir. Such must be the same for the outsiders. True, she's explaining history of racism, chat. History of racism. History of racism. What's she on about? She is conveying that, in matters in regards to mayors, our opinions are more objective than Irene's. Finding the vessel Fabius commandeered will be of benefit to us all. Limbus Company. I don't think we've introduced us to you as Limbus Company, Kaltsit. Limbus Company will gain an opportunity to return to the city via the Dimensional Door, while Rhode Island will have the chance to study it at a closer proximity. And the Inquisition will gain possession of the vessel in which the technology from the Iberian Golden Age is contained. What? You're gonna just hand that over to the Inquisition? Why should we covet what was once Iberia's? While there certainly are aspects to that vessel that draws interest, I already have state-of-the-art masterpiece known as Mephi. As long as that can be guaranteed, I see no reason to refuse. Irene eventually agreed to put her trust in mayors. All of us are agreeing on terms, and we're putting our trust in mayors, who gets nothing out of this deal. And could very much gain a lot from betraying us, you know? Would you like to know a fact about Skadi? Maybe. Sure, yeah. Radio communication from Banui. Oh, just as a thing, Mast3r is a girl? I see. We are in luck, Executive Manager. It is quite fortunate that our interests align exactly with that of the first strangers we encountered in a strange land. Yeah, I feel like that's happened like a few times before, and it was never the case. Lucky is right. Imagine if we were back in the city. It would have taken them like 3-4 free distortion hunts for us to come to an agreement. Sorry about having to saddle you with this, Mayors. Please, lead us to the Lighthouse. Okay, happily. You should not be happy. So when you said almost destroyed, how almost destroyed is it? I heard that the light faded from the lighthouse a long time ago, but the shape still stands. At least it was when I saw it a few months ago. If the lighthouse is in an inoperable state, we're going to need an expert technician to get it back in working order. Faust? The technology it's based on is completely divorced from the popular application of Originum technology. So I doubt there's anyone out here who can work on it anymore. Then you needn't worry about that. Here we have an engineer and a researcher who are geniuses even among those in the city. So we should be able to manage most mechanical failures. True. That is true. Today is just revelation after revelation, huh? I can vouch for Limbus Company's skills. I can also work on the simpler task. I've learned a thing or two helping out Gramps. Stuff about the lighthouses or various tech stuff. Well then, should we all head to the lighthouse together? No, I'll be leaving the group for a moment. Amiya will accompany you instead. She said, I'm here for a cameo and that's about it. What? After all that, you're just going off on your own? Yes, to join the doctor. Doctor who? Oh no. Where is Cheeky? True, where is Cheeky? We need to hold a, protest and be like, where is Cheeky? It is imperative for the successful execution of this mission. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, smash. Both of them at once. Oh, no. Way, when he realizes the mechanical dragon monster is actually a girl. Of course, that hinges on Amiya and Skadi remaining behind here to assist the rest of you. Thus, I will leave it to the rest of you to take the Eye of Iberia, the lighthouse, back. What do you mean, take back the lighthouse? Why was Dante's text so weird? Is there someone or something out there that's taken over the lighthouse, called the Eye of Iberia? A likely supposition. Amiya, what did the manager of Limbus Company say? They're asking if the lighthouse has been taken over by something. Not a bad intuition. Yes, there is a high likelihood that the structure has already been overrun by sea terrors. I don't know about overrun, but I've encountered them a few times when we approached it too closely. Normally, This is hardly enough personnel to attempt a raid on the lighthouse, but... Answer me this. Are there any limitations to their revival? There are no restrictions as long as Dante, the manager, survives. However, do note that battle efficiency depreciates with prolonged battle due to mounting mental stresses on the manager. No need to change the plan, then. We're just gonna let you guys die a lot. Oh no. Amiya, use this communicator to alert me as soon as you're able to identify the coordinates of the vessel from the lighthouse. You know what'd be really funny? If the next few battles are, like, really easy, and, like, I don't have any sinners die. It's like, if are there any limits to your revival ability? A, no. B, we're not gonna need them, because we're just goated. We're just goated. You're fighting on hard mode? Yes. Okay, as long as you're not taking everyone with you. If it's just her who's leaving, then go ahead. I think we should be fine, too. Then, let us commence mission Vessel Massas Retrieval. Righto, step 1 of the plan's the raft, right? Let's get on with it. It's done. Let's go. Skibidi, the expert raft builder? What? Why are you looking at us like that? Is there something bothering you? Must you ask? Just look at how proactive and quick she is to jump to action. Certainly lives up to the image of an employee working for a large corporation. Is she, like, jealous? Is she jealous? Ooh, a little bit of jealousy? Or maybe admiration? Maybe even attraction? Hold up, hold up. Hold up. Thanks, Otis, for that charitable view, I guess. Thanks to Skibidi, who already finished the first step of the plan. We were able to move on to step 2 immediately. You should quickly view normal mode so you can claim its completion lunacy. Oh, yeah, I can do that once the... I didn't know I'd get completion lunacy for normal as well. That's kind of crazy. I can do that once I finish the intervallo. Do not fear, do not fear. She just wish she have the sinners with that level of proactivity when you're in a group project, for real, for real. True. Okay, Mr. Antenna. Oh, no. Yo, a pillar. Oh, and also, like, there's, like, an explosion. Hold up. Hold up. Preparation. Whoa, hold up! The thing loaded in, and we got a little, like, early view of the boat. Hold up. Hold up. Just informing you. Alright, I guess I can do it now. Ding. Yeah, you can see the lighthouse for like a split second. That's interesting. Free lunacy! Yippee! Here, actually, I want to check this. Okay, we have 737. I could have checked that in the other menu. I'm stupid. I'm gonna save up till we get Ishmael, and then we'll work our way down numerically like this. Alright. We've not seen one of these before. Why are you telling us what this is? We've never seen this thing. Hello? Anyways, let us begin. Alright, I think after this fight we should have enough to be able to get Ishmael. Let's do this. Ishmael? Who's that? I only see Fishmael. True. Yo. Dude! Wait, chat, you know what this is? This is literally the entrance to Rapture. Hold up, chat. Hold up. This is literally the entrance to Rapture. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I gotta get this. Rapture entrance. Hold up. Where is it? Where is it? No, don't show the interior. Exterior. There we go. Open image in new tab. There we go. Chat, this is like, all right, you see the image right now? See the image? See the image? It's in the water, it's all that. Yeah. Now look at this. Now look at this, chat. Now look at this. Literally the same image. Literally the same image. There's no difference. There's no difference here. Look at this. It's the same thing, except slightly less dilapidated, I guess. That's... I just full screened the wrong thing. Uh-oh. Full screen OBS. I didn't read the text. Uh-oh, I gotta go back. After a while of carefully sailing on Skibidi's raft along the coastal cliffs, a gargantuan, shrouded lighthouse emerges from the thick mist. That's literally the start of Bioshock 1. Would you kindly enter the structure? Eye of Iberia. Even in its dilapidated, ruined state, torches that are once monumental and sensitive are apparent on the exterior construction of the lighthouse. Some even called these lighthouses Guardians of Iberia. It retains the grandeur of the era. It was built during its golden age. You really know everything, don't you? She's so... well, the narrative is saying she's suspicious, chat. The narrative is saying she's very suspicious. It's as she said, but now, these lighthouses are nothing but graveyards of countless inquisitors and soldiers of the penal battle? The penal battalion? What the heck? No one who's attempted to retrieve a lighthouse has ever survived the expedition. Well, yeah, of course, because if you're trying to retrieve the whole building, like, what do you expect? Can you please not say scary stuff like that, Miss Irene? We're literally about to walk into one. Don't you ever quit chirping? What are you, a foul beast? Stop yapping in my ear. What's this one? Why is this one such a coward, unlike the rest of you outsiders? Oh no. Yapping? Yapping? The yapper? A foul beast? Oh no. I'm not a coward, I'm just voicing my... She did just say some pretty concerning stuff. How long do you think the repairs will take? Its exterior is rather heavily damaged. However, from what is visible from the outside, its interior is still quite intact. With Miss Faust's expertise, it should not take very long. ... He smiled when he said that? Hold up. Yi-sang suggested with a smile! But Faust maintained her silence for the entire journey to the lighthouse. She's still just barely connected to the Gesellschaft, and they're saying, don't do it, don't do it. You're too good for him, you're too good for him. But once that Gesellschaft is disconnected, once she has no longer ability to call them on Discord, falls right back into Yi-sang's arms, wings outstretched. Then said something pretty concerning in response. Of course, my writ remains unmarred, even in such uncertainties. The currents are pretty wild. How wild? The currents are wild? How wild, Ishmael? How wild? How wild? How wild? How wild? How wild? Wild? How wild? 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 Oh, Dullahan. Someone's gonna have to stay behind and keep an eye on the raft. We can't just leave it here unattended, but I don't know if we can carry it either. I'll stay here and protect the ship. You sure you can handle this alone? I know you're strong, but maybe one or two more people should stay behind just in case. No, don't need them. Sea terrors will swarm the islet if I go with you anyways. True, she's just like, nah, I'm goated. Your help is not necessary, because I am goated. Sinclair's been losing aura ever since Canto 3. Sinclair's character is solely based around like main character moments now. Oh no. How is the hat staying on her head? That is a good question. It is like very unconventional. So this has nothing to do with you. Oh wait, actually chat. A genuine idea and a genuine thing that I'm going to ask you guys. Some of you may know me as the Limbus Company Daily Poll guy, because I post the daily Limbus Company polls, which, by the way, we're having a special month. It's Lobotomy Corporation month right now. It's Abnormality month, so make sure you answer those polls. Vote on your favorite abnormalities from Lobotomy Corporation. Very nice, very nice. But what I was wondering is, should we add the Arknights characters that appear in Limbus Company to the daily Limbus polls? That is my question. So what she's trying to say is that she's worried about you not having enough people to take on the lighthouse when she can handle this area alone, which is why she is okay with staying behind alone. And her hair kind of looks like Mr. Quixote's. Now that you say that, I literally cannot unsee that. That is literally Mr. Quixote. She's got red eyes too? Chat, this is Mr. Quixote in cosplay. This is Father Don Quixote in cosplay. Father Don Quixote is an Arknights fan, chat. Father Don Quixote is an Arknights fan, and this is his cosplay. Huh? Thanks for explaining. Some people just can't help but hop through an extra hoop, I guess. Well then, let's trust her. We'll be back, Skibidi. Luckily, we didn't run into any sea terrors on our way to the lighthouse gates. The problem was that the gates were bound shut by strange blue tissue. Reminds me of that L-Corp branch back at U-Corp, though that one was white. Oh no. Don Quixote but gender bent, and is Bari, and if Bari was a pirate instead of a fixer. True, that's true. It's called Limbus Company polls, not Arknights polls. That being said, if they are exclusive to the event, sure. I did do Arknight polls for a little while. I was trying to do like an ARG type thing. But then, nobody liked that. But yeah, it would exclusively be the Arknights characters that appeared in the event. The named Arknights characters that appeared in the event, by the way. I might add, like, the villagers or something like that, but yeah. I don't think I can do anything to force it open myself, so... Guys, can you pry open this door? Why would Dante ever be the first one to open a door? What if it's booby-trapped? Oi, move over. I'll pull from the right side, you grab the left, and... Well, we'll all pull together at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, huh? Something's off here. What are you doing? The door is firmly secured in place. This flesh tissue regenerates almost as soon as it is torn. Perhaps you'll need to tap into a wider form of art to get it open. Well, what now? This strange, fresh flesh tissue growing on the gates is a sea terror. It reacts to the lamp, but it's grown too much to be affected by it in any meaningful capacity. Skibidi might be able to open this door with her incredible strength, but... Should I go fetch her? But I think she's already fighting off the sea terrors from sinking the raft. So, we're all on our own. Maybe there's an identity card or ego I could use to get through this. Yeah, there is, buddy. There's a lot of them. All the sinners threw their backs out, and Dante had to suffer from 12 back thrown outs? Oh, no. Skibidi isn't a pirate, she's an abyssal hunter? I see. So, which one? Huh? Just as I was pondering a familiar question, a faint black glow came into view, then devoured my sight. Hold up. It's no intuition or inspiration. It's different from those sudden flashes of realization. Actual Lante? Actual Dante, like, ability? Like expansion during this event? And it's not the star of that day. I think it's from... I think of from time to time. It's not the horrible door that I see every time I turn the clock, either. The formless and black space. Black space from OMORI? In which I am not permitted to see. A faint noise, a whisper, cuts through it. And through that opening, I see light. Hold up! Hold up! Use a corrosion ego and nuke the entire lighthouse. True. Wait. I reach out to the opening and see Skibidi, born from a very, very warm gaze. Skibidi? Powerful imagery clashes onto me, like the waves. How are we seeing Skibidi? Why? Why do we care? What is this? Skibidi, the staggering dancer wielding a blade. Skibidi, who flaunts her flowing locks. Okay, I can clearly tell who Kim Ji-hoon's favorite Arknights character is. Yeah, very clear as day. Clear as day. And Skibidi, the singer, humming in a low voice. Beyond the fringes of cognition, Skibidi's existence has become engraved. What are you talking about, Dante? What does this mean? The sinner who can wrestle and control this oceanic tidal power is... Dante, are you alright? We're getting identities? They're stolen from us? Robbed? We were robbed of the Arknights identities? Skibidi glaze, true. I'm good, and I don't think we'll need to send for Skibidi. Huh? What? Hey, Ishmael! I've never used this ego before, but I need you to trust me and accept it. True! Ego! Does that mean Dante just gambled? Dante did some gambling? Dante's like, oh, I gotta reach into my mind. How can we solve this problem? Gambling. Gambling! I know! The answer is gambling! Oh no. What? An ego? I nod quietly. Well, it's not like we ever get to have a practical run with those, ego. Whatever it is. Seems to me our manager's found a solution. Her confusion is short-lived. I think this is the first time ever we're using a specific ID or ego in lore. She lets out a carefree laughter before stepping forward, boldly twirling her mace once. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Don't say stuff like that, Ishmael. Get corroded? Oh! Hold up! They should do this more often. This is cinema. This is cinema. This is cinema. Yo! Yo! Hold up. This is actually peak, though. This is actually peak. Cracks on the lighthouse are growing! Dude, using ego in story that's not just like the base ego is actually fire! This is literally peak. I think she destroyed the door instead of opening it. Sorry, didn't think it'd be this strong. Well, the door's open. What are we waiting for? No, I mean, what was the part where you... What, the part where I suddenly changed into a different outfit and equipped a different personality? Yes, that. Why were you, like, a person we've seen? That's what I'd be asking. Why did you, like, it's like that one meme where it's like, oh, I'm ready to transition. And it's like, oh, good luck on your transition. And then they come back and it's like, hello, I have transitioned. And it's like, why do you look like me? It's literally that meme. It's literally that meme. Yes, that. That is... Dawn would not be happy here. She would not be this upbeat and chipper. This is most fascinating. That an ego could be drawn here, in leeway of the Mirror of Mephi. I think I connected to Amiya's subconscious mind. What? There was this strange, unfamiliar light, and I saw Amiya's emotions attached to her memories and experiences, so I just reached out to them. Wait, so it was Amiya that was glazing Skibidi? It was Amiya that was like, oh, Skibidi's beautiful hair, her majestic singing voice. What are you saying, Amiya? Dwayne The Rock Johnson face. What do you mean by that? My subconscious mind? I just had this feeling that it would work. Sorry about peering in without asking first. But I didn't see anything other than things about Skibidi. All I needed were memories and emotions that can be used to understand the being that is Skibidi. It's okay, I also have experience with gaining power from others' memories and emotions to overcome difficult situations. Amiya, can you like read Dante's memories, please? Can you like figure out the memories? Maybe that's how you were able to draw something from me as well, Dante. That is the most appropriate assumption, especially in a situation in which delving into its principles is impossible. So that's called ego? Verily, of course, Limbus Company's ego is quite distinguished from the other kinds of ego, which are bloomed from within oneself. That is enough. No further information is to be divulged to outsiders. Yet it matters not whether young Mayors and young Amiya learn of this. I agree with that fool this time. The Inquisitor used an artillery projectile that penetrates outer wall, several of them in fact, of a building, and the head did not pursue her following that breach of taboo. This is clearly not the city. True! Let's go! Otis agreeing with Dawn? She's like, let her yap. She's like, Faust, let her yap about ego. Frisk Undertale, yo, welcome, welcome. Dude, she's not allowed to talk about her, like, cool hyperfixations. That's so sad. She can't talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stands. Ain't it better to let her talk her heart out than to hear her moan and whine about not being able to say anything? What is that Heathcliff face? What? This is like the second time we've had that Heathcliff face, and it's always a jump scare. He's always like, whoa. Like, it looks like he's singing. He's like, Bakamitai, とてもなので上をダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好き好きでどれだけ強いを避けても歪めない覚えてかバカみたい That's the exact face Heathcliff is giving off. I am convinced. Do as you will, then. Faust's reply sounded almost sulking, but Don Quixote immediately begun to expound upon ego to Irene and Mayors anyways. But everyone was too busy to pay attention to her, as the wet, slithering noise from a distance had put everyone on edge. Can we do that later? We've got some cleaning up to do. So there were more sea terrors past the door. I think any sea terror from the sea are all converging around Skibidi, which means our only roadblocks are sea terrors still lingering around the lighthouse. Let's go. Let's take this lighthouse back. Oh no. Chat, my singing is so bad. We went from like 15 viewers to like 3. We dropped so... Oh no. They hated my singing. What the heck is the Hand of the Saint? What the heck? Bro is just here. This unit's speed is fixed to 1. Spawns an inactive state in battle and the near sea brand. Sea territory affects sinners. Trigger Hand of Saint. I don't know what this does. I'm just gonna attack things. Oh, wait, it doesn't actually... Yeah, I can't actually attack it. I thought I was supposed to, like, attack it at a certain time. No, it just exists. Standby state? Okay. Does not use attack skills or until it takes damage. Oh, okay. Hold up. Who's attacking it? Nobody's attacking it. Okay, so we can just kill everything else. Near Sea Founder. It's a little, like, cultist guy. Yeah, okay. Well, we can just kill these things then. Big Roomba. Yeah, let's get some SP. Let's get some, like, ego resources, all that stuff. Roomba time. I have some pound cake here that I'm gonna eat a little bit of. Because I was supposed to be eating it earlier, but I haven't because ADHD medication and all that. So let's have some. Pretty good. Whenever the Hand of a Saint can be attacked, attack it first because it helps clear the enemy territory. Oh. That is very useful. So it's like a lawnmower from Plants vs. Zombies. Interesting. Gamble, Lou is gonna skill 3 reuse and hit the big guy? Oh no. Or Ring Yi Sang is gonna do that. Oh no. You know what? I believe that Ring Yi Sang won't screw over this entire battle for us. In my heart of hearts, I trust you, Ring Yi Sang. I guess I'll do this one as well. Or Dawn AoE skill 2? That is true. Nah, watch. Ring Yi Sang is not gonna coin reuse when we need him to not. Don't worry, chat. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Nice, nice. I will say, Ring Yi Sang going late is a little scary, but no, he's not gonna coin reuse. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Wait, are there infinite waves? I gotta see. No, there's 25! What the heck is Near Sea Brand? We got none of it, though. Dude, where's my Bloodfest? Hello? Waiter, waiter, more Bloodfest. Thank you. It's more like a gas bomb in a sense that it ruins the momentum the enemies have when they create territory. Ah, interesting. Well, they're not going to have any momentum because I'm going to continuously just attack them, and they're going to die. And nothing can be done to stop me, and we're just going to win, and I'm goated. Anyways. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's 25, but they die in like 1 to 2 hits. I guess that's fair. And we're gonna keep getting stronger, because we have a momentum-based team. Cough, cough, blood fiends. Let's go. IS3 is coming. Nah, we're fine. Plus, even if this thing did attack, like it's only got 500. Oh well, this is exclamation mark, huh? I see. I see. So it is a little scary, but it's fine. It's fine, chat. Watch, I'll even use a multi-attack skill, and it's not gonna trigger. Watch this, chat. Oh wait, we should probably be attacking just because you don't gain SP otherwise. Oh yeah, we're doing like crazy. Yeah, watch this, chat. It's fine. It's fine. Dawn's not gonna hit the thing. Dawn hit the thing. It's over, chat. It's over. Dawn hit the thing. Dawn hit the thing. Oh no, Dawn hit the thing. Well, it's fine. We're fine, chat. We're not even gonna lose a single center. We're just gonna slaughter this thing. We've been building Bloodfest, we've been building up our defense, like, we've got this. It's gonna wake up the big guy? Well, we're just gonna have to put the big guy back to sleep then. Easy as that. It now has near sea brand or something like that. Sea Terror territory? Should I clear the wave now? Ah, it's fine. Incision of Life. Well, it's got Unbreakables. That's a little concerning. Skill 2 Gregor can take it. It should be fine. You are unopposed? You go here. Hit the Roomba now! Oh no. Alright, I'll hit the Roomba. Oh, I probably should have hit it with the first person in the turn order. Huh. It's not gonna kill and oh! Oh, never mind. We're still goated. It doesn't hit its coins. Yeah, welcome to Limbus Company. You gotta hit your coins. Have a cool attack? Nah, hit your coins. I think it'd be very interesting if for this event the things didn't have coins and just had like base attack, where like they would just hit with their attack. Because they're not from Limbus. They are not used to the coins. Let's go! Yo, it's literally a lawnmower from Plants vs. Zombies, chat. That's literally a Plants vs. Zombies lawnmower. That's peak. Okay, that's peak. That is peak. I will say that is cinema. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. Or something like that. Dude, what were the plants from Plants vs. Zombies used for before the zombie apocalypse? That's my question. They just got a society with, like, semi-sentient, like, living plants? What the heck? Fixed power value? You're right, that would kind of suck. That would either make the event too easy or too hard. Because if you have 0 SP at the beginning. Alright. Killing this guy? Yeah, this guy, oh no, he's gonna go into attack form. Whatever will we do? We're gonna kill it. That's what we're gonna do. Easy. Easily, simply, yes. We're just gonna kill it. That's... The option was never anything else. There was never any other solution. We're just gonna kill this thing. Simple. Easy. It's dead, like, next turn. Let's go! Get the coin reuse. It didn't get the coin reuse. Oh wait, he only gets the coin reuse if they're, like, less than 50% health. Me when all mobs can roll 12 in the first turn. Ooh, yeah. I guess it'd be fair if they had, like, a weaker, like, first ability, and then started using stronger abilities later in the, like, the battle. Oh, although, also, I think that, ironically enough, removing the coins from the enemies would actually make the battle more luck-based, because now it exclusively relies on you hitting your coins. Nothing else. Alright, anyways, we're gonna kill this guy. You got him. Yeah, I like how during the event they, like, hyped up where it's like, oh, the sinners, like, might die. It's like, no, they're not going to. Are you seeing the type of stuff that I'm doing to these creatures? We have not had a single death. We've not even had someone, like, we've had someone get staggered, but, like... we're literally fine. This entire event is, like, child's play. I guess that is why, because you can access it right after you start the game, so that makes sense. But this is like the hard mode. And I'm under leveled. The 50% reuse is skill 2. Oh. Mission accomplished jump scare. Let's go. And just like that. Yo, we can see the boat more? Alright. I will say that I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any of the EX clears. I think I'm gonna call it here just because we have been streaming for 3 hours and 17 minutes. And that was a rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 in 3 hours versus the other day's 3 in, like, 3 hours is pretty good, pretty good. If you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe and join the Discord so you can be up to date on the when I'm streaming and Limbus company stuff, yes. I think I'm gonna call it here, and I'll hopefully be able to stream tomorrow, knock on wood. Would I be able to finish the event in one more day? Probably. It's just, this seems like a good place to stop, because, like, we're entering this, like, crazy place. And it has been 3 hours and, like, 18 minutes. Don't worry, Carmen. If you want to watch more of my content, there are plenty of VODs and videos that are available. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you with nothing. And speaking of which, we're not going to leave with nothing, chat. We're taking our Ishmael. Our Fishmael. Don't look away for the waves. It's an orca! Or a killer whale. I don't know the difference between the two. I think they're the same animal. We'll carry you out of your element. Honestly, it's cinema that we unlock this ego in canon. Like, unless you farm during the mirror, like with the mirror dungeons, it is kind of peak that you get enough of these shards to get the ego at the place where the ego is actually used. I think that is kind of cinema, chat. I think that's kind of cinema. But yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna call it a day here. This has been a lot of fun. This event is goated. I like what they're doing with the narrative. I like that they're still allowing the, like, Dante to, like, gain more powers and, like, more explanation of actual, like, Limbus stuff as well. I do like that they're building on top of Limbus stuff while being in the world of Arknights, because I thought that there might be a chance that they don't do that. However, Project Moon writers stay goated. But yeah, I think with that, I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe and join the Discord so that we can talk more about, like, Limbus theories and stuff that happened during the Kanto and stuff like that. But yeah, with that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Make sure you all stay safe out there, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Bye!